So let's quickly start the session without wasting any time. So first news is PM Narendra Modi launched Bihar's Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana. Now, as we all know that before every election, one or two very, you can say very important scheme government launch just before the exam not elections, right? Now, what is the reason? I believe you all have heard of the schemes like Ladli Behna Yojana, okay, in which financial incentives are provided to the women, okay. So let's see what kind of question can be framed here. So the Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana launched in Bihar 2025 aims to empower which target group? Farmers, women, youth or artisans. So correct answer very simple. It is Mahila. So women is the correct answer. Now what are the details? That is very important. So first of all, name of the scheme is very important. Okay, I'll be making the short notes here. So please mention the name of the scheme. What is the financial supports which is given under this scheme? That is 10,000 rupees each. To how many women? To 75 lakh women of Bihar. Okay, and that would cost around 7,500 crore for this entire scheme, right? Are every woman eligible for this? No. There are certain important eligibility criteria which you should remember. Okay, what is the criteria? That women must be a resident of Bihar, right? Age groups should be between 18 to 60 years. Okay, she should not be an income tax payer, right? Also, she must be a part of one of the self-help groups. So these are the eligibility criteria for the woman to receive this. How much money? 10,000 rupees. Okay, so these are some of the important things which you should know about this particular scheme. Got it? All right. Is it clear? Yes, no in the comment box, guys. So how many keywords you have to remember? Name of the scheme, targeted audience is women, eligibility criteria I have already told you, and how much money? 10,000 rupees to every woman. Okay. Now similar scheme like that, for example, in Odisha it is known as Subhadra Yojana. In Madhya Pradesh we have the Ladli Behna Yojana. Okay. In West Bengal we have what? Lakshmi Bhandar scheme. And in Maharashtra we have Mukhyamantri Majhi Ladki Bahin scheme. So just before the election, government try to see again. It is part of their strategy to win the election. Okay. So please remember, correct answer is B, women. I hope it is clear. Yes, no in the comment box, guys. Those who are watching live. Chalo. Now, next news is Union Minister Sarbanand Sonowal inaugurated India's first Maritime Simulation Center in ISTC. Okay. So let's see the question. The Indian Ship Technology Center, inaugurated in September 2025, is located in which city? Chennai, Kochi, Vishakhapatnam or Mumbai, guys? Quickly answer it. We have just told you. And if you don't know, let's see the news in detail, then you would understand. Okay. So what they have launched? So they have launched two things. First is Maritime Simulation Center. Maritime Simulation Center. Okay. And second thing what they have launched is Indian Ship Technology Center. Alright. Maritime Simulation Center they have launched where? In Chennai. And ISTC they have launched where? In Vishakhapatnam. So first of all, location becomes very important. Now, what does this Maritime Simulation Center do? Okay, so basically, it will train the new and upcoming cadets in collision avoidance, navigation control, engine troubleshooting. They are going to provide all these kind of training to the cadets in the Maritime Simulation Center. Okay, so training will be provided to all the new cadets. Now, what about ISTC then? ISTC is basically the purpose here is again what? The aim is to do shipbuilding in India only. So indigenous ship designing, research, consultancy, skill training, all these are the things which would be provided in the in Indian Ship Technology Center, which would be based out of Vishakhapatnam. Okay. So for Maritime Simulation Center, they have allocated 13.5 crore rupees, and for Indian Ship Technology Center, they have provided 305 crore rupees. Okay, so these are the two keywords which you should remember. So where they have based out of? Visakhapatnam. Is it clear? Can I get a yes no in the comment box? Those who are watching live, guys, please mention your name in the comment box quickly. Chalo. Next news is Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister N. Chandrababu Naidu inaugurated India's first AI-powered Pilgrim ICCC at Tirumala Temple. What is ICCC? It is Integrated Command and Control Center. Why they have done that? Okay, so Karishma is there. Okay, very good. Now, why they have done that? Because see, nowadays you must have heard of the news that stampede has occurred in Mahakumbh also, recently in Bangalore during the RCB winning ceremony, and now one of the South film actor, he has gathered a big crowd where a stampede happened, many people died. So in order to avoid these things, especially in the religious places, they are creating this integrated command and control center, under which they will have AI based cameras, okay, and they will continuously do what? Monitor the entire crowd management. Okay, so that is the purpose. So what is the significance of this move? First of all, it will enhance the pilgrims safety. Those who are coming to visit the temple to have faith in God, to worship the God, at least they will have safety, right? Second thing is operational efficiency. Okay, if you have everything under your eyes now, you can easily manage things, you can avoid crowd to gather, you can avoid the stampede situation. All right, so India's first AI-powered Pilgrim integrated command control center was inaugurated at which temple? Kashi Vishwanath, Golden Temple, Tirumala Temple, or Jagannath? So if you know the answer, please write it down in the comment box. This is very important. Now let's see the news in detail and let's try to extract the keywords. Okay, so what they have done? India's first AI-powered ICCC, where they have launched? At Tirumala Temple. Where it is located? Andhra Pradesh. Okay, for what purpose? For crowd management. So the entire news has been converted into how many words? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So guys, using these 4 keywords, you can solve any MCQ. Very good, Karishma. Excellent. Okay. So correct answer is Tirumala Temple. Got it? Chal. Very good. Next news is Himachal Pradesh Cold Desert Biosphere Reserve gets UNESCO tag. Now India has 13 biosphere reserve under the UNESCO tag. Okay. Now understand, any biosphere reserve is divided into 3 zones. One is the core zone, second is the buffer zone, okay, and third is the transition zone. Okay. So in core zone, it is highly regulated and there are very strict rules. You cannot, minimum human interference is required. You cannot go and fell the tree in the core zone. You would be punished, you would be put in jail. Okay. In buffer zone, you can do research and education related researches you can do in the buffer zone. In transition zone, you can open hotels, lodge, all these kind of things. Okay. Now, India in total has 18 biosphere reserves. Okay. And out of these, earlier it was there were 12 biosphere reserve out of 18 which were having the UNESCO tag. Okay. Now it has been increased to 13. Right? Is it clear? So let me tell you one thing, that UNESCO runs a program. What is the name of the program? World Network for Biosphere Reserve. Okay. So it has a program, it has an entire network of the biosphere reserve. Okay. And in which in India, out of 18, 13 are now under this UNESCO tag. So recently, which biosphere reserve in Himachal Pradesh was included in the UNESCO World Network of Biosphere Reserve? Quickly answer it. A, B, C, D in the comment box. So correct answer is your Cold Desert National Park or Biosphere Reserve, which is based in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so please remember this thing. So this entire news will be converted into UNESCO Man and Biosphere Reserve, new edition. New edition is the Cold Desert Biosphere Reserve, which is based out of Himachal Pradesh. Now, 13 out of 18 Biosphere Reserve are in the UNESCO network of Biosphere Reserve. Got it? So these are your short notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things you have to remember for this entire thing. Achha, one more news was there that 2 more wetlands from Bihar have been added into the Ramsar site list. So, Gokul Jalashay, which is in Buxar, and Udaipur Jheel, which is in West Champaran district of Bihar, these two have been added into the Ramsar list. Now, India has total 93 Ramsar sites. Okay, please remember this thing. India now has 93 Ramsar sites, and because of which we are first in Asia and globally we are at number 3 position. Okay. So please remember this thing. Chalo. So Cold Desert National Park. Next is PM Narendra Modi inaugurated BSNL's Swadeshi 4G network in Odisha. Okay. What is this Swadeshi 4G network? It means everything under this program, under this Swadeshi 4G network, government is going to install more than 77,500 mobile towers. Okay. And which network? BSNL. Acha, can anyone tell me BSNL comes under which category of PSUs? Can anyone tell me? Please mention in the comment box. In under which category of PSU BSNL comes? Those who know. The correct answer is category 1 Mini Ratna. Alright. Please remember these things. Also, the total outlay of this project is 37,000 crore rupees. Right? Chalo, let's see the question. So, BSNL indigenous 4G network core was developed by which telecom and R&D body? Okay, so these are the options. We'll see the news first, then we'll see the answers. Okay. So, on the 25th anniversary of BSNL, they have launched this 4G Swadeshi network. Okay. Now, the core network of this entire network, the core part is created by CDOT. What is CDOT? Center for Development of Telematics. Center for Development of Telematics, which comes under Ministry of Communication. And the entire infrastructure under this particular scheme, they are going to install 97,500 towers. And the total estimated cost is around 37,000 crore. And everything's come under what? The Bharat 6G vision by 2030. Okay. So under the Bharat 6G vision, which we want to achieve by the year 2030, following that, they have launched the Swadeshi 4G network. 4G network of which company? By BSNL. Okay, 97,500 mobile towers, and the total outlay is how much? 37,000 crore rupees. And where they will get this money from? They will get this money from the digital Bharat Nidhi. Okay, and this digital Bharat Nidhi is going to support the entire project. Okay, it comes under Ministry of Finance, Digital Bharat Nidhi. Clear? Please remember this thing. Chalo. Is it clear, guys? Any doubt you have, just write it down in the comment box. Any doubt, just write it in the comment box, guys. Okay, chalo. Let's quickly cover it. So C dot is the correct answer. Next news is third Unmesha International Literature Festival held in Patna, Bihar. Now, again, this is an event. For any event, just remember the name. Venue is very important. And the last part is what? what is the purpose. Okay. So the third edition of Unmesha International Literature Festival was hosted in which city? Varanasi, New Delhi, Patna or Bhopal? Let's see the news in detail, then we'll see the answer. So event is what? Unmesha. Okay. What was the venue? Patna, Bihar. Okay. And what is this Unmesha? It is a literature festival. Got it? So three things you have to remember. No need to read entire stuff. Try to extract words from your entire news. Otherwise, इसकी PDF you would get in my Telegram channel. अच्छा, those students who are new and who are watching it for the first time, guys, I would be providing this entire class PDF in my Telegram channel, GA by Yash Sir. Now, guys, the main purpose of this session is now, if you read entire thing, if you try to memorize each and everything, that is not going to help you a lot. It is only going to create burden on your mental state. So try to extract the keywords from these news. Then only you are going to retain it for a longer period of time. Okay. My purpose here is to make the things easy for you. Okay. Correct answer is Patna. Achha, the entire festival was organized by the Sahitya Academy, which comes under Ministry of Culture. Okay. Chalo. Now next is the banking, finance and the economy related news. First news is Ministry of Finance kept the interest rates on small savings scheme unchanged for third quarter of financial year 26. Okay. Now what are the small savings schemes? Can you name any one or two small saving schemes? One is already given in this image. So schemes like PPF, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, National Savings Certificate, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, okay, Kisan Vikas Patra. These are known as what? The small saving schemes. Got it? So please remember these names. है ना? Chalo. What is the purpose of these small saving scheme? Basically, these are government backed instruments, right? And the purpose here is to make ordinary citizen try to incorporate saving habit, okay, and in return government is going to give you some interest, right? So let's see, I've created one table also, you can take the screenshot for that also, right? So in which quarter were the small savings scheme interest rates last revised by the Department of Economic Affairs? So in which quarter, in which year they have done that? So let's first see the news, then we'll see the answer. So even for the third quarter, the scheme interest rates remain unchanged, and this is the seventh consecutive quarter. Okay, seventh consecutive quarter. Now you can try to go back and see the last revision happened in fourth quarter of financial year 24. Which month we are talking about? Fourth quarter of financial year 24. It means January, February, March of the year 2025. Okay, fourth quarter of financial year 24, right? So please remember this thing. Achha, all the deposits that are put by the people in this scheme, they are pulled into the National Small Saving Fund. Okay, chalo. So I have created one table here for all the important. You can see the small saving schemes, right? And I want you to remember few of them. For example, the Senior Citizen Savings Scheme. Okay, because in the exam they are asking that what is the minimum amount, maximum deposit you can do in this scheme. So for example, in senior citizen, your minimum is 1000 and maximum is 30 lakh. Okay. Similarly for people, and what is the interest rate right now? It is 8.2%, the highest. Second is Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Okay. So the age limit here is you can deposit the money till the girl child becomes 18 years. Now you can withdraw some money, but you can withdraw the full money after the girl turned 21 years. Okay. So minimum you can invest 250 rupees per year and maximum 1.5 lakh rupees per year. At least these two you should know. Okay. Clear guys? Yes, no? Chalo. So fourth quarter of financial year 2025. Okay. Now next is RBI launches scheme to speed up settlement of inoperative accounts and unclaimed deposit. Now guys, this is very important. Those who are watching, There are two terms mentioned here. One is inoperative account and second is unclaimed funds. Now they are in exam, they are asking question that which of the following best describe the inoperative account. Okay. See, inoperative account is an account. It can be a saving account or a current account where there is no transaction for 2 years. Please remember this thing. And what is unclaimed funds? Basically, it is a type of deposit. Okay, unclaimed fund means it is a type of deposit that remains unclaimed for 10 years or more. So please remember this thing. Now, what the government is doing, what RBI is doing here, they are going to transfer that money in a new category happening. So the RBI's new accelerated payout scheme for unclaimed deposit will be implemented under which fund? Contingency, DEA fund, NSSF fund or CRR. So let's see the news. So all the unclaimed deposits, sorry, unclaimed funds and inoperative account funds, right? They will be, and see the corpus, you can see how much is the value of the people haven't claimed the money. That is around 67,000 crore rupees of inoperative funds and unclaimed fund. So government is going to use this fund, okay, for their depositor education awareness fund scheme, right? So I've already told you that many people, see what happened is many people have money lying in their bank account and they have not used it for more than 10 years, right? So please remember this thing. And these funds just keep sitting idle in the bank. So RBI has decided to transfer that money in the depositor education and awareness fund. Okay. Now, it does it mean that you cannot claim it? No, you can claim it even then. Okay. So please remember this thing. You can, if you want, you can claim it anytime through the bank. So don't worry about that. Clear? Chalo. But you should know what is inoperative fund, what is unclaimed fund. Duration is very important. And please remember, as of 2025, 67,000 crores. That is a big number. Okay. Chalo. Now next news is RBI revised norms for claim settlement related to deceased bank customer. Again, almost similar thing related with the previous news. The reason here, the what has happened is, so RBI has updated the rules for banks where when handling the accounts of customer who have died. Okay. Earlier, what was the problem? Let me tell you. Okay. Let's say if you are having, if the person does not have any nominee, no legal heir, so what the person has to do? They have to go to the court, get the court order, okay, get the certificate from them, then only they can get that money. So that process was very costly. Second, it was highly time consuming. So RBI says that no need to go to the court, just give us some identity proof or death certificate and you will get your money. And bank has to settle this thing within 30 days. And if bank is not settling it within 30 days, there is a fine. Okay. So let's see the news in detail. So as per RBI revised norms, bank must settle deceased customer claim within how many days? See, it is 15 days, not 30 days. It is 15 days. Okay. Please correct that part. Okay. So this is the main thing here. Settlement of claims in respect to deceased customer directions. RBI has issued that. It means that within 15 days, they have to settle, do the settlement. But let's say if they fail and they didn't pay you, they didn't settle the amount within 15, so what will happen? You will get interest. Okay, so there are penalties. So interest at bank rate plus 4% is the penalty RBI is going to put that bank up to. Also, let's say if you have locker or safety related custody, then you will get 5,000 rupees per day for delays from any bank. Okay, so these are the things which you should remember. Okay, chalo. 15 is the correct answer. Now, next news is SEBI launched Mitra platform to help investors raise inactive mutual fund folio. Just like we have read na, that a lot big amount of money is sitting idly in the bank and no one is claiming in that. Similarly, in the financial market, many mutual funds is inactive. No one is using that thing. So SEBI has launched a platform to help investor trace that inactive mutual fund. Okay. So let's say if someone has started mutual and then that person has died, and we don't the his nominee don't know about that. Okay. So how is going to get the money? So he can use the Mitra platform, right? So what is Mitra? Mitra is mutual fund investment tracing and reconciliation app. Reconciliation app. Got it? So please remember the Mitra scheme of SEBI. So SEBI digital platform Mitra launched in September 25 is related to which financial instrument? So it is related with mutual funds. Okay. So just remember, make the short notes like this: SEBI, Mitra, okay, track inactive or unclaimed mutual fund, right? So this is the entire short words, keywords extraction from this name. Rest no need to read anything. Okay, save your time, be very efficient, be very effective in your exam. Okay, chalo. I hope it is clear, guys. Yes, no in the comment box. Those are watching live. Next news is SIDBI launched new scheme DIA to transform the MSME cluster. Now, I have already told you that under RBI there are different types of banks. One is scheduled commercial bank, other is your cooperative bank. Then we have what? Development bank, right? And we have payment banks, right? Now, under development banks, there are two or three different types of banks. For example, one is SIDBI, one is NABARD, and another one is the EXIM. Now, which sector they want to develop? SIDBI is focusing on the MSME sector development. NABARD is focusing on the agriculture and rural development. Exim Bank focuses on what? Export-led development. Okay. So, what recently SIDBI is what? Small Industry Development Bank of India. Okay. And it has launched a new scheme known as DIA, Development of Industry Association. Development of Industry Association. So, what is the purpose? So, instead, see what is happening there. Instead of only giving direct loans to individual MSMEs, what they are going to do is they are going to give the money to the Development of Industry Association scheme. Okay, DIA will be a group of many small industries which are working in the same sector or in the same area. So instead of providing money to the individual MSMEs, they will give the fund directly to the DIA, and then DIA is going to disburse it as per its requirement. Okay. So the DIA scheme launched by SIDBI primarily focuses on strengthening which sector? So correct answer is the MSME sector. Okay. So SIDBI has launched what? The DIA scheme, right? For what purpose? For B2B digital lending. Okay. So please remember this thing. Okay. Now how it is going to work? So I have already told you that cluster based development will be easy. Otherwise, if targeting single MSME will be very difficult, right? So instead of helping each MSME one by one, SIDBI will empower the local association who will form a DIA and they will get the money. Okay. So please remember the DIA scheme. So they are focusing on the MSME sector. Next news is RBI imposes 32 lakh penalty on Indian Overseas Bank. See, whenever RBI imposes fine, it does under basically two very important acts. One is the Banking Regulation Act of 1949 and second is the Payment and Settlement System Act of 2007. Under this, it basically applies different type of fines. Why? Because RBI has the role of a regulator and a regulator can impose fine. Okay, chalo. So in September 2025, RBI imposed a penalty of 31 lakh on which bank for priority sector lending non-compliance. Okay, So correct answer is the Indian Overseas Bank. Now, since we are talking about the priority sector lending, I am giving you one homework. Please check what is the priority sector lending target for scheduled commercial bank. What is the priority sector lending target of small finance bank? It has recently changed. I'm also giving you the hint. And third, for the urban cooperative bank, what are the priority sector lending thing? These two have recently changed. Okay. So how are you going to make the note? RBI fine how much? 31 lakh on the Indian Overseas Bank for violation of priority sector lending. Okay, under which act? The Banking Regulation Act of 1949. Got it? So this will be your short notes. That is how you are going to make it. Clear? So Indian Overseas Bank is the correct answer. Now moving on to the next news. RBI imposed 2.7 lakh penalty on Muthoot Fincorp for ombudsman non-compliance. Now, before moving on to the news, I want you all to understand there is a scheme, very important scheme known as the Integrated Ombudsman Scheme. Right? Now, RBIC basically, this scheme was launched in the year 2021. Okay, and it has merged different types of ombudsman. For example, banking ombudsman of 2006, NBFC ombudsman of 2018. So everything was merged under the tagline "One Nation, One Ombudsman." Okay, so you can see ombudsman is what if you have any complaint again any bank or any other organization, you can go to the ombudsman and they are going to resolve it. Now the precondition here is that the ombudsman should resolve any case or dispose any case within 30 days. Also please remember this thing that they can give you monetary benefit also. Okay, so ombudsman can ask the bank or the NBFC to pay up the customer. Let's say if customer has suffered any kind of setback or they felt that the bank has cheated that customer, so give they can order the bank to pay up to 20 lakh rupees for the loss suffered. Okay, and since it is a tedious process, there is mental harassment also, and the people will feel pressurized. So additional 1 lakh rupees it can give as a compensation for agony and mental harassment. Okay, so please remember these numbers: 30 days, 20 lakh, and 1 lakh. Okay, is it clear, guys? Yes, no in the comment box. Chalo. So correct answer is the Muthoot Fincorp. So just remember the make the short notes. है ना? Fine 2.7 lakh on Muthoot Fincorp, right? For what? For ombudsman violation, ombudsman norm violation. Make the notes in a linear format for now. It is going to help you to remember it for a longer period of time. So Muthoot Fincorp is the correct answer. The next news is Amazon Pay launches payment ka A to Z in India. See, it is a very simple thing, nothing much to explain here. It is a unified payments interface, right? Payment interface, right? So user will be able to manage bills, subscription, reminders, just like you can do in Paytm. Na? Similarly, you can do it with payment ka A to Z, Amazon Pay. Okay, you can pay later also. So it is the initiative of which of the following? So Amazon Pay initiative, payment ka A to Z primarily revolves around which type of payment settlement? So correct answer is UPI. Okay. So just remember payment ka A to Z for UPI, integrated UPI platform of which company? Amazon. So it is a 1-star news, and if you want to read it, read it. Otherwise, you can leave it also. Next news is Bank of Baroda signs MOU with TPREL to finance MSME solar projects. What is TPREL? It is Tata Power Renewable Energy Limited. So my short note would be Bob plus TPREL for solar projects. This is the MOU they have done. Got it? So under this, they can give loan also up to 10 crore rupees. That also collateral free, right? So please remember this thing. चलो, अच्छा, can you tell me what is CGT MSE? CGT MSE, I believe you all have heard of this thing. Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. What is the purpose of this organization? It basically provides guarantees so that loan up to a certain limit can be given without collateral. For example, under Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, you can get collateral free loan up to 10 lakh rupees. Okay, so please remember this term CGTMSE. Okay, so which public authority approved Bank of Baroda to operate as a trading cum clearing member on IIBX? The correct answer is, who can give it? IFCA. Okay, chalo. So please remember, just remember the MOU है ना, Tata Power, Bank of Baroda for solar projects up to how much? 10 megawatt, and they can get collateral free loan up to 10 crore. So 10 megawatt, 10 crore. Okay. चलो, अच्छा, one more thing was that Bank of Baroda approved as trading club clearing member of International India Bullion Exchange. It is a type of, you can say, commodity exchange which is in Gift City. So three things you have to remember. Now let's see awards. So Hurun Rich List. This report comes every month, है ना? Mukesh Ambani reclaimed the title of richest man. So Ambani versus Adani is already going on. Who will become number one and who will come at number two? So they both are interchangeably getting this place, है ना? So who topped the M3M Hurun India Rich List? So Mukesh Ambani, right? So just remember, Mr. Mukesh Ambani is number one. Second is Gautam Adani, and in women, Roshni Nadar from the HCL is the first and the richest woman. So just remember three things, no need to read anything else. Next is the appointment. Lieutenant General Virendra Vats assumes charge as DG of NCC, the National Cadet Corps. So who assumed charge as the 35th Director of Director General of NCC? So Mr. Lieutenant General Virendra Vats. Okay, please remember this thing. And name is very important. And he has succeeded Lieutenant General Gurbir Pals. Okay, chalo. And see, NCC is the world largest uniformed youth body. This is very important. This is a very, you can say, disciplined people. Or I've seen many of my friends who were the part of NCC. They were highly disciplined, and in their career, some of them went into army, some of them went into the Indian police services. Clear? Chalo. Acha, you don't have to remember these stuff. Okay, what are the career highlights of Mr. General Vats? Okay, not required for your exam. Very important news. Very important news. 5-star news. Okay. Government appoints Shirish Chandra Murmu as the Deputy Governor of RBI. Right? Now, see, understand, in RBI, we have one governor. Who is the governor? Mr. Sanjay Malhotra. Right? And they are a deputy governor. So, who are the deputy governors right now? So, the deputy governor is Swaminathan J. Swaminathan J is one. Second is T. Ravi Shankar. Third one is M. Rajeshwara Rao. And last one is Poonam, Dr. Poonam Gupta, right? And Shirish Chandra Murmu will be appointed as the deputy governor. He will be replacing Mr. M. Rajeshwara Rao. Okay, so please remember this thing. So the answer is, who was appointed as the deputy governor effective 9th October? Shirish Chandra Murmu. Okay, so Shirish Chandra Murmu, new deputy governor, and he is going to replace whom? Mr. Rajeshwara Rao. The remaining deputy governors of RBI are, you can read it from here. Clear? Chal. Very good. Very good. Now some sports related news. Mithun Manhas elected as the 37th BCCI president. Who was elected as the new BCCI president? Mithun Manas. Okay. So please remember the name Mithun Manas, 37th BCCI president. He has succeeded whom? Mr. Roger Binney. है ना? Chalo, please remember this name. Acha, vice president is still Mr. Rajiv Shukla. And take any match, Indian match, Mr. Rajiv Shukla will be sitting in the stand and watching the match from eternity. He is not getting replaced. And who is the secretary of BCCI? Devajit Saikia. So remember at least three names. Mithun Manas, BCCI President. Secretary is Devajit Saikia and Vice President is Rajiv Shukla. Now, one important release was Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. They have released a report, Environmental Accounting on Forest. So they have said that under this report that Indian forest cover has rose by 17,400 square kilometer. So which ministry released the Environment Accounting on Forest report? Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Now let's see what are the key highlights, right? So MOSPI has released the Environmental Accounting Report 2025. What was the main finding? Forest growth, number one. It has increased, right, by 17,000 square kilometer, 17K, right? And which state has the highest growth? Kerala. Clear? So please remember this thing. Okay. So two facts at least you should know. Highest is the Kerala, then Karnataka, and then Tamil Nadu. Maximum increase in forest area. Next, defense related news. Indian Navy signs 47 crore a contract with iRove for underwater drone. So you can see here underwater drone. Just like we are using for the air, we are also having drones for the water. Okay. So Indian Navy contract with iRove in September was for the supply of which underwater drone? Samudra, Matsya, Trout or Varun. So Indian Navy has signed an MOU with which? iRove. Okay. How much worth? 47 crore. For what? For underwater drone. Right? So please remember this thing. And they have asked for the supply of iRove trout. Achha, trout is the name of a fish. So those of you who are from Kashmir, okay, this trout fish is readily available in all the rivers of Kashmir. Very famous, the trout fish. Okay. So these are your keywords for this entire news. Alright. Chalo. It can go up to 300-meter depth. Right. Now, one very important news was from the Indian Air Force that Indian Air Force retires MiG-21 fighter aircraft. One of the legendary fighter aircraft of our nation, MiG-21 is now retired. Okay. So, which indigenous aircraft is replacing the MiG-21 fighters? Rafale, Sukhoi, Tejas or Jaguar? So, let's see the news in detail. So, MiG-21 are now retired, replaced by which? So, it will be now replaced by LCA Tejas, replaced by light combat aircraft Tejas. Okay, so just remember this one, no need to read anything else. Clear? See, Tejas is the correct answer. Alright. Now, ISRO and Schneider Electric extend partnership for space mission automation. Right. So, let's see the question. ISRO has extended its automation partnership with which company? So, correct answer is Schneider. See, ISRO and Schneider has been in partnership for quite long time. Okay, and Schneider has already helped supported ISRO in its mission like Chandrayaan 3, the NISAR mission of ISRO and NASA, right? So now ISRO has extended this partnership with Schneider Electric for the next 15 more years. Got it? Two things you have to remember, rest you don't have to remember anything. Hai na? Next is Union Minister Dharamendra Pradhan launched book on Swami Vivekananda at Delhi University. Let's see the name of the book. So who authored the book Living the Vivekananda Way? So we'll see the answer. Okay, so the name of the book is Living the Vivekananda Way. The book is authored by Ananya Avasthi and Nikhil Yadav. So books and author name, these are the two things which you should remember. Clear? Chalo. So Ananya Avasthi and Nikhil Yadav, the Vivekananda Way. Now the most important news for this week, India has won the 17th Asia Cup. The proud moment for everyone, and you can see one very peculiar thing here, that there is no trophy. Kahan gaya trophy? Where the trophy has gone? So India decided not to take the trophy from the Pakistan PCB chief or whatever, the Asian Cup chief. He was a Pakistani fellow, so Indian decided not to take the trophy. Right? So which country won the Asia Cup, claiming a record extending 9th title? So India was the correct answer, and they have defeated Pakistan. Okay. So please remember this thing. And the next Asia Cup will be hosted by Bangladesh in ODI format. So the first news is Ministry of Textile notified major amendments to production linked incentive schemes for textile sector. Now before proceeding to the news, first understand what is this PLI scheme. So this production linked incentive scheme, basically it is a government of India initiative which was launched in the year 2020. Now what is the purpose of this scheme? The scheme was basically designed to boost domestic production, to boost domestic manufacturing. है ना? And if you are going to manufacture in India, our import dependency will going to be reduced. That was the main contention, main objective of this scheme. And this is also going to push the Make in India initiative, right? So these were the important aspect about the production linked incentive scheme. Now which ministries were involved? So first understand the production linked incentive scheme. Now, it is not a initiative of any one particular ministry. It is a basically a combined effort, right? So in this there are basically 14 key sectors which are under focus, right? Sectors like mobile and electronics, sectors like automobile and auto components, pharmaceuticals, telecom, right? White goods like ACs, LEDs, specialty steel, drones, textiles. Okay. So these are the various sectors which comes under the production linked incentive scheme. Got it? Now the total outlay for the textile sector, if now we are talking about the textile sector. So for the textile sector, the outlay has been provided 10,683 crore. It is not for the entire PLI scheme, it is for only textile sector. Got it? So remember this thing. Now let's see the question. So the key objective of Ministry of Textile in amending the PLI scheme for man-made fabric apparel and fabrics and the technical textile is to enhance India's textile sector. What? Subsidization, competitiveness, taxation or import dependence. So those of you who are watching live, guys, try to answer it in the comment box. Now, so it is basically for, we'll see the news in detail, then we'll see the answer. है ना? चलो. So what is the major revision or major amendment in the PLI for the textile sector? First, they have added 17 new HSN code. What is HSN? So those of you who know about export now, in export for every product there is one particular code that is known as HSN code. Full form is Harmonized System of Nomenclature. Got it? For example, if you are exporting cotton, cotton will have a HSN code. If you are exporting or importing some other product, it will have a unique HSN code, right? So now they have added 17 new HSN codes, out of which 8 are for man-made fabric apparel and 9 are for man-made fabrics part. Okay. Now they have done one more amendment, that is that they have reduced the investment requirement. So there are two types of investor. One is the part one investor, which is basically the big investor. Okay. So for them, earlier the minimum investment was 300 crore rupees. Now they have reduced it to 150 crore, 50% reduction. And then part two is basically for small investors. Okay. So earlier that minimum investment for part two was 100 crore. Now it is also reduced to 50 crore rupees. So two things. And the third is that the turnover criteria has also been reduced from 25% to 10%. Why? Because they want more and more people to come and start something in manufacturing in the textile sectors. Got it? So these are the major amendments for the textile sector under the production linked incentive scheme. Is it clear? Yes, no in the comment box, guys, those are watching. So what are the, how you are going to make the short notes? That is also very important. So let me write it down here and or write it down here. That would be more easy. So who has amended Ministry of Textile? They have amended the PLI scheme criteria. Okay. What are those amendments? First is what? 18 new HSN codes. Second is what? The investment requirement has been dropped to 50% for both part 1 and part 2 investors. Third is the criteria, the turnover criteria has been reduced from 25 to 10%. Okay, so these are the things which you should know for the current point of view. Okay, so 4 words you have to remember for this entire news. Yes, no in the comment section, guys. So now tell me, what will be the answer? The key objective is what? Subsidization, competitiveness, taxation, or import dependence. A, B, C, D. So it is. Those who are watching, guys, try to answer. So it is competitiveness. All right. Chalo. Very good. Very good, Surya. Next news is Tamil Nadu government partners with Borussia Dortmund to launch India's first sports tech incubation center. Sports tech incubation center. Now I would rate this news as a 1-star news. If you want to read it, read it. Otherwise, you can just remember the basic fact. Okay. So Borussia Dortmund, it is basically a German football club. Okay, and they have partnered with the Tamil Nadu government for what? For the India's first sports tech incubation center. Now, why they are creating incubation center for sports technology? Okay, first see the question. So, which state government has partnered with Germany's Borussia Dortmund to set up India's first sports tech incubation center? Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, or Maharashtra? Okay, see, I believe you all have watched cricket, है ना? So in cricket, there is a whenever the ball is landed, there is a ball tracking mechanism, right? Similarly, in football also, many type of technology is being used for the entire sports. All right. So to foster innovation in the sports technology, right? Also to use that data for the betterment of the, let's say, the players or the entire sports, they are creating this incubation center. Okay. So please remember how we are going to remember Tamil Nadu plus Borussia Dortmund. Okay, first sports incubation center. Okay, where they are going to open in Tamil Nadu. All right, and again, the purpose is basically sports innovation, data analytics. All right, and they want to make Tamil Nadu as a sports technology startup hub. Got it? Also, see, they are also planning for space tech incubation centers. They are planning it in Anna University, Chennai. So, this additional fact you have to remember. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4 words you have to remember for this entire news. Got it? You have to extract 4 keywords from here. Got it? Chalo. So, Tamil Nadu is the correct answer. Alright? Very good. Next is Chhattisgarh's Balod becomes India's first child marriage free district. Okay. Now, can you tell me what is the legal age of marriage in India for boys and girls? Please mention. Those of you know. So for boy it is 21 and for girl it is 18. Right. And there is one very important act related with this, that is the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act of 2006. Got it? So which district became India's first to be officially declared child marriage free by achieving zero reported cases across all panchayat and urban bodies? A. Dhamtari, B. Raipur, C. Balod, or D. Bilaspur? Okay, so try to answer, guys. We have just seen the news. The correct answer is what? A, B, C, D. Quickly write it down. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Right. Sorry, guys. There was some disturbance here. You know? So correct answer is C. Balod. Okay, Balod district. Right. Now, how you are going to make the short note? Do you have to remember each and everything here written here? No, not at all. So let's make a short notes here. So Chhattisgarh's Balod district has become what? Child marriage free district. Okay, first in India. Got it? India's first child marriage free district. Got it? So these three keywords you have to remember for this entire news. Now there is one very important fact you have to remember is that there was this UNICEF survey. Okay, there was this UNICEF survey under which it was found that around 23% of women years, around 23% of the women. This is a big number. All right, chalo. So Balod is the correct answer. Next is Government of India unveiled the India AI Impact Summit logo, unites ethics, heritage, modern AI vision. Now, before moving to the summit, let's first understand the India AI mission. Okay, India AI mission. What is the purpose? What is the outlay? You should know all these things. Number one, this was started in the year 2024. Okay, and they have given an outlay of 10,300 crore rupees. Got it? For 5 years they have. And which ministry is going to implement it? The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. What is the purpose? To use AI as a transformative tool, to use AI in different sectors like agriculture, education, smart cities, urban planning. Okay, so AI use is the main purpose, and for this they are creating multiple centers. Okay, center of excellences they are also making. They are making India AI computing mission also, data platform. So multiple things are there. So for the static part, you have to remember this much. Got it? Chalo. So the question is the official logo of the India AI Impact Summit 2026 prominently features which national emblematic symbols at its center? A. Lotus, B. Ashok Chakra, C. Lion Capital, or D. Peacock. Tell the correct answer, guys. Those who are watching. The correct answer is Ashok Chakra. Okay. So now let's see about talk about the summit. Okay. So what is the? I've already told you. Whenever there is summit, you have to remember two or three things. First is what? First thing you have to remember is the event. What is the event? The India AI Impact Summit. Okay. Second is venue. What is the venue? Venue of this summit would be New Delhi. Got it? Two things you have to cover. Third is what logo they have designed. Okay, so the logo was what? Logo was Ashok Chakra. Why Ashok Chakra was selected? Because it represents ethical governance and constitutional values. It basically shows that AI is going to be transformative. AI is going to be use of AI would be ethical and it will be following the constitutional values. Okay, so three things you have to remember. And who was the designer of this logo? Shri Ajit P. Suresh was the creator or the designer of this logo. Got it? So one, two, three things you have to remember from the current point of view and from the static point of view. These four facts you have to remember. One, two, three, four. Now using these keywords, you can easily answer anything. है ना? I hope it is clear, guys. Yes, no? Chalo. Ashok Chakra is the correct answer. Next news is overview of the 42nd ICAO assembly session held in Montreal, Canada. Now, first understand, before moving to the news, first understand what is ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization. It is a United Nations specialized agency. Specialized agency. Okay. And it was established in the year 1944 through Chicago Convention. Through Chicago Convention. What is the headquarter of ICAO? The headquarter is Montreal, Canada. Now, what is the purpose or the objective of this organization? So, basically, it sets international standards and regulation for civil aviation. Okay, please remember this thing. And this organization also basically they also create standards and recommends practices for civil aviation. Got it? So capacity building exercises, skill part, right, navigation part, all the standards are developed through ICAO. Got it? So please remember this static stuff about ICAO, right? The static part. See, like this, we are covering the static part as well as the current affairs, है ना? A 360-degree coverage. Chalo. So at the 42nd ICAO assembly held in Montreal in 2025, which organization received the Edward Warner Award for 2025? Let's see the news, then we'll see the answer. So do you have to remember this much? No. What you have to remember? So I have already told you, you have to remember first what? The event. Event is what? The ICAO assembly. Number one part. Okay, number one is event. What was the venue? Venue was Montreal, Canada. Second point, venue. Okay. Now, third thing, do you have to remember who were the council elections? Countries were involved, part 1, part 2, part 3? Not at all. Okay, from India, who was going to represent? So it was represented by Mr. Ramesh Kumar. He is the Secretary of Ministry of Civil Aviation. This thing you don't have to remember. Now, what is important is that during this event, a award was given, the Edward Warner Award, and it was given jointly to the African Civil Aviation Commission and African Civil Aviation Foundation. So you just have to remember what African Civil Aviation got the Edward Warner Award. So how many words we have to extract? We have extracted from this 1, 2, and 3. These are the 3 words from the current point of view, and from the static one, I have already told you about its formation year, the objective. Okay, is it clear? Chalo. Again, see, if I was not here, na, and if you're reading this thing, you would be reading each and every part here. Part 1 members, part 2. It is just going to create, you can say, content overload, which is not required for your preparation. See, Abhi, recently, there was this IBPS PO mains exam. I have talked to many students. Every student, they said, there are 6 to 7 questions were like this, directly from the session. And after that, 4, 5 questions, 6 questions more, we have to apply our brain a little bit. And many of them, they say that, sir, we attempted around 13, 14 questions and we are getting around 11 or 12 correct, or 10 or 11 correct. Okay. This score is good. You would see that many students, they are stuck at 2, 3 questions correct only, because they have over attempted. They have read so many things. And during the exam, what was happening to them was, yeah, I have read this thing somewhere, but I don't know anything about that. Why? Because you are reading each and every stuff about that news, and you are not able to retain it till the exam date. Now, what is our approach? How our approach is different? First of all, we are reading limited things. We are not loading ourselves with multiple content. For example, for this entire slide, we are reading how many content? 3 words we are memorizing: the session name, the venue, and the award. 3 things. That is how you should prepare for competitive exam. I was using the same approach for my UPSC prelims also, and I got good marks. The cutoff was somewhere around 105 one time. It was 95, 98 also, and I was scoring around 120, 125. You can apply this thing for your bank exam also. It is going to be very fruitful. But a presence of mind is also required in your on the date of your exam. Okay, chalo. The African Civil Aviation. Next is overview of the WSSF 2025 held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. What is WSSF? It is the most important triennial event. Triennial means it is held every 3 years, right? The full form is World Social Security Forum. Okay, and in this forum, experts, bureaucrats, ministers, right? They all all of them come to a single meeting and they share their experience regarding social security. Social security includes what? So it includes your, for example, employment part, right? Good food, good water, pension, insurance, all these comes under the social security, right? So it is a triennial event. Please remember, it is a triennial event. Got it? Now, this forum releases the one very important report that is known as the ISSA report. Got it? So please remember this thing. So let's see the question which can be framed. So the World Social Security Forum 2025, where India received the ISSA award, was hosted in which city? Geneva, Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta, or Manila? Okay. So let's see the news in detail. So what is the name of the event? World Social Security Forum. This is the event. The venue, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Okay. Now, what was the theme of this event or meeting? Shaping the social security. Remember this one, that is more than sufficient. Okay. And ISSA is what? International Social Security Association. Got it? And they have given one award for outstanding achievement in social security to which country? To India. Got it? And also, who is the president of ISSA? Dr. Muhammad Azman. He is the ISSA president. So 1, 2, 3, 4 India, and fifth the president. 5 things you have to remember for this news. Okay. Event name, event venue or location, right? Theme of the event. Fourth is the award winner, and fifth is the president of ISSA. Okay. So 5 things you have to remember for this particular news. Got it? Chalo, very good. Kuala Lumpur is the correct answer. Now moving ahead, China commences world first solar thermal power plant in Gobi Desert. So you can see here there are two towers, है ना? And there are mirrors. So all these mirrors are going to reflect the solar energy towards this tower. Okay, and this tower is going to convert this solar energy into what? Thermal energy or heat energy, right? Let's see the news. The world first solar thermal power station was inaugurated in which desert region of China? Taklamakan, Gobi, Tengar, or Ordos. So correct answer is Gobi. Gobi is the coldest desert. है ना? Now homework for you is which is the driest desert in India. Got it? Chalo, very good. So how you are going to make the short note here? China, world first solar thermal station. Where they have created? They have created in Gobi Desert, right? And you can mention that it consists of more than 27,000 mirrors. Alright. See, the target of China is to create 1200 gigawatt of wind and solar capacity by 2030. India's INDC consists of what? We want to create 500 gigawatt by 2030. Out of which I believe it is 100 gigawatt is solar, right? Now you can see the difference here. Clear? Chalo, very good. Next, banking, finance, and economy. Let's quickly cover it. Okay. So one very important event which was held in Mumbai was the Global Fintech Fest 2025, which was held in Mumbai. Okay. And remember, last year also and this year also the venue remains same. This is the 6th edition. And this convention center venue is what? The Geo World Convention Center in Mumbai. Okay. So please remember this thing, right? And this fintech was organized by 3 important bodies. One is the Payment Council of India, Payment Council of India. Second is National Payment Corporation of India, and third is the Fintech Convergence Council. These three were the organizer of this entire event. And what was the theme? Theme was empowering finance by AI. Empowering finance by AI. Okay, chalo. So, which app became the first in India to enable biometric based UPI payment at scale? PhonePe, Paytm, Navi, or Bheem? So, there were certain announcement and launches were also there during this meet. So, let's see the news in detail, then we'll see the answer. So, first of all, the name of the event is Global Fintech Fest. Okay, event is important. You have covered. What was the location or venue? It was Mumbai. The organizer, I have already told you, the three organizers were there, and the theme empowering finance for better world by AI. And one important part was that the UK new Prime Minister, Mr. Keir Starmer, was also there. Okay, and during this event, Ministry of Finance has launched a foreign currency settlement system at Gift City, Gujarat, and RBI has introduced UPI Help, IoT. IoT means Internet of Things payments through UPI, Banking Connect, Reserve Pay, and EV recharge. And during this event, Navi, just like PhonePe and Paytm, we have Navi also, right? Achha, one more thing, Navi app, it is created by whom? Mr. Sachin Bansal is the owner. Sachin Bansal, the founder of Flipkart, right? So please remember this thing. Now, one important thing is that you should know what is Payment Council of India, what is NPCI, and what is your Fintech Convergence Council. These three terms you should understand what does this mean. See, PCI and FCC, these are what? These are industry bodies. Okay, it is a conglomerate, or you can say the group of industries or the businesses, right? And both of them come under what? The Internet and Mobile Association of India. So these are industry body. Got it? And see, PCI do was PCI basically support the digital payment ecosystem players, like for work like payment aggregator, for work like wallets. Okay, so they work as a bridge between the regulator, that is RBI, and the government. Clear? NPCI, we already know that it is an umbrella organization which controls the entire retail payment in India. It was founded in the year 2008 by RBI and Indian Bank Association, right? So, and what type of products does it handle? Products like UPI, Rupee debit card, Aadhaar enabled payment system, Bharat bill payment, okay, IMPS, everything is controlled by NPCI. Got it? So please remember these stuffs. And Fintech Convergence Council, it is also an industry body, okay, and it basically represents the entire fintech ecosystem. What does it do? Basically, it works on the policy advocacy, right? So these are the industry body, and this is the government body. Clear? Chalo. Navi is the correct answer. Okay. Next is WTO lowered global trade growth forecast to 0.5% for CY26. Now, you should know something about WTO also. See, WTO, its predecessor was GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff, which was founded in the year 1948. And in 1995, it gets converted into WTO, right? And WTO do what? It basically sets the rule for trade between countries. है ना? And its headquarters is where? Headquarters is Geneva, Switzerland. Clear? So now they have predicted that the global trade forecast is going to be 0.5%. So according to the WTO's Global Trade Outlook report, which region registered the highest export growth in the first half of 2025? Is it Europe? Is it North America? Is it Asia or Africa? Please try to answer it in the comment box, those who are watching. Which region registered the highest export growth as per WTO? ABCD. If you know the answer, please mention in the comment box. So let's see the news in detail. So what is the name of the report? The Global Trade Outlook Report. Okay. And it is released by which organization? WTO. So what they have said that, what they have forecasted that the trade growth will be 0.5% for 2026. Okay. Please remember this thing. And if you see about the macroeconomic part, Asia recorded the highest year on year export growth. Okay, 10.4% almost. Why? Because of AI driven or AI linked product. Because China is in Asia, Singapore is in Asia, India is in Asia, right? So because of the AI related products, the growth rate, export growth in Asia was highest at around 10.4, right? So please remember this thing. Chalo. Asia is the correct answer. Next is RBI granted SRO status to Finance Industry Development Council. Now, before reading the news, let's understand what is FIDC, Finance Industry Development Council. See, it is basically it is a representative body, right? It is a representative body, and whom does it represent? It represents the NBFCs, non-banking financial companies, right? So, SRO means what? Self-regulatory organization. It means it is going to implement stronger self-regulation for the NBFCs. Also, it is going to act a bridge between RBI and the NBFCs. Got it? So please remember this thing, and it will also set accountability, because see, we have seen many NBFCs, they were fined by RBI because of non-compliance. So for compliances, accountability check, FIDC would be acting as a bridge between RBI and the NBFC. Got it? Chalo. So which organization was granted self-regulatory organization status by RBI for the NBFC sector? Sadhan, MFIN, FACE or FIDC? So we have seen it is FIDC. Got it? Please remember this thing. Chalo. Now you are going to make the short notes. So RBI, SRO to FIDC for regulating what? The NBFC. Okay, and who is the president or CEO of FIDC? Mr. Raman Agrawal. So apart from this, you have to remember this fact also. Clear? Very good, very good, very good. I hope it is clear, है ना? Next is SEBI launches validated UPI handles and SEBI check to strengthen investor payment security. Now they have officially launched this thing, है ना? So which organization launched this UPI handles and SEBI check initiative to safeguard investor from unauthorized financial transactions? So it is SEBI, right? See, in India, let's say if you want to invest in stock market, right? Now you have this apps and everything, but before, even many people, they try to contact brokers, right? Now which broker is authentic, which broker is not, which broker is a fraud? Okay, so to stop this thing, SEBI says that we have started a UPI handle. Now if the UPI handle of that person, it will consist at the rate valid, for example Ram at the rate valid, and with this a green thumb would be, thumbs up symbol would be there for visual authentication. So if it is there, it means this person or person is a registered person, it is a valid UPI ID, you can make the payment. Okay. Now they have also given SEBI check. For example, if you want to verify that whether this person is authentic or not, you can put his UPI handle into SEBI check and you can get the details. Okay. So please remember this thing, SEBI check and at the rate valid for UPI handles. Got it? And this is created by SEBI along with National Payment Corporation of India. Okay? Chalo. Next is, so SEBI is the correct answer. Now next is RBI imposes penalties on American Express Banking Corp and HDB Financial Services. So it is about the RBI punishment, RBI penalties. So which financial entity was fined by RBI for failing to return credit balances to certain cardholders? These are the options. Well, first see the news, then we'll see the answer. है ना? Acha guys, those who are watching live, kindly like the session. If you are enjoying it, kindly like the session. So see, American Express they have been fined for 31.8 lakh rupees. Why? For failing to return credit balances to the shareholders. Okay. And second is HDB Financial Services. They have been penalized by 4.2 lakhs for violation of the KYC directions. Got it? So please remember this thing. Why KYC is done? It is a anti-money laundering arrangement. Got it? Please remember these three stuff. है ना? चलो. American Express for the, again very factual news, है ना? American Express for non-refunding the credit balance. Next is RBI links Bharat Connect and FX retail to facilitate dollar transaction. So there is Bharat Connect, right? And there is what? FX retail. Why? Why they have been linked? First understand this. Now, Bharat Connect, what does it do? So it is a RBI initiative which connects what? Banks and payment system, right? Banks and payment system, right? It is just like a hub for RBI's digital services. What is FX retail? Basically, it is again an RBI online platform where people do what? People can buy or sell what? They can buy and sell foreign currency, right? Directly from the banks at market linked rates. Now, why RBI had linked them? See, earlier what was the issue that earlier the small exporter or importer, those who want to buy or sell dollars, they have to go to the bank branches. So it is first of all time taking. Second, there are hidden charges, and third thing, it is what? It is, sorry for the phone. It is not very transparent. Got it? Just a minute, guys. Okay. So to avoid this thing, to remove this thing, they have linked. Now they what they can do? They can directly go to the this linked platform, and they can do everything on their own. No need to go to the bank, because if there is something is offline, it means there can be a little bit of corruption also, right? Also the customer can get real time rates, right? So there are multiple options also they have here. Chal. So at which event did the RBI launch the pilot linkage of FX retail and Bharat Connect? So remember the first news, the Global Fintech Summit or the Global Fintech Fest, they have launched this thing, right? So our Deputy Governor, Mr. T. Ravi Shankar, they basically linked the FX retail with the Bharat Bill payment system or the Bharat Connect. Got it? Where? At the Global Fintech Summit. Clear? So just remember this much, no need to read anything else. Chalo. Next is NPCI launches new subsidiary NTSL to boost payment innovation in India. Let's see the question. So the National Payment Corporation of India launched its new technology subsidiaries, NPCI Tech Solution Limited, at which event? So again, this was the Global FinTech Fest only. Okay. Now you have to understand two things. What right now NPCI has, understand NPCI has four subsidiaries, right? One is what? One is the NPCI Bheem. Okay, we call it as what? We call it as NBSL, right? Then second is your NIPL, that is NPCI International Payment Limited. Fourth one is NBBL. It is what? NPCI Bharat Bill Limited. And the fourth one, which is the new one, is the NTSL, NPCI Technological Solution Limited. Now you have to understand what are these four body do or what are their main functions. Okay. So first understand, right? This is not very important. What is important is the new four subsidiaries. Okay. So first understand this NBSL, NPCI Bheem Service Limited. What does it do? it basically operates and expand the Bhim UPI system. Okay. Second is what? NPCI NIPL, NPCI International Payment Limited. So basically it look after the UPI expansions globally. And as of now, there are 8 countries which are using the UPI services. Third is the NPCI Bharat Bill Payment Limited, okay, which is known as NBBL, which look after what? Which look after or runs the entire Bharat Bill Payment system. And the new one is the Technological Solutions Limited, which is the entire technological backbone of NPCI. So these 4 things you have to remember. Okay, and the authorized capital for this is 1 million rupees and the paid up is 0.5 million rupees, and it is going to drive R&D innovation and the entire technological aspect of NPCI. Got it? Chal. So is it clear, guys? Yes, no in the comment box. Next is RBI cancel license of Satara based Jijamati Mahila Sahakari Bank. Why? So which bank they have cancelled the license? So it is the Jijamati Sahakari Bank. Why? Because they were having poor financials, insufficient capital. So RBI has cancelled the license. Please remember this name. Now what about the money of the investors? See, there is DICGC, Depositor Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, which gives a cover of how much? 5 lakh rupees. DICGC. Right? And it is for what? So it provide cover for per depositor per bank. Please remember this thing, per depositor per bank. Okay. And it goes only this insurance they give only for accounts like saving account, current account, FD and RD. It does not, there are certain exceptions. For which account they do not give this cover? For deposit of foreign government, they do not give any. For interbank deposit, they do not provide any guarantee, right? Only for these they provide the guarantee. Got it? Chal. Now, the most important part of this week, the Nobel Prize. Guys, these are very important things which you should remember. I have at the end I have also created one table. But now I have seen that many students they try to memorize only names and the award. But you should know at least for Nobel Prize what for what work they have won this prize. For example, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado has won the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, why she has won this thing? At least you should know the basic story. See, let's say this is South America, this is Venezuela here. Okay, Venezuela is a oil-rich country, and their entire economy is dependent upon oil. Okay, there is a term known as the Dutch disease. It means that when your economy depends only on one thing and you are not doing innovation in any other aspect, na, so your economy is going to fall or it is going to suffer. And that actually happened with Venezuela. Due to over dependence upon oil and not doing any innovation in the other areas, Venezuela was under hyperinflation. The Bolivian currency, the Venezuelan currency, okay, it is known as Bolivar, it has lost its all value. People were taking their cash in buckets and plastic bags for purchasing vegetables because the money has lost its value. And because of this, a lot of corruption was also going on. Okay, corruption, and again, whenever there is corruption, there is lot of poverty. Okay, because money is not getting diverted to the desired areas for the social development, it is going somewhere else. So Venezuela was facing poverty, malnutrition, lack of medical facilities. And this lady, she was the opposition leader. Okay, she started raising her voice, and because of that, the ruling party, you already know that how does it work. She was getting death threats. She was for her work, she was praised also, but at the same time she was getting death threats. She was hiding some place to save her life. So considering her contribution for the Venezuelan democratic rights movement, she has been selected and got the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, so please remember this thing. Okay, at least you should know some basic idea, right? For what work for democratic transition in Venezuela, she has got the award, right? So the Norwegian Nobel Peace Prize name is very important, and how much money she will get. So for Peace Prize, it is 11 million SEK, or it is equivalent to 1.2 million dollar, right? So please remember this name. Chalo. Next is for literature. Okay, so he's the person who has got the Nobel Prize in Literature. He is Laszlo. I can't pronounce this name, so just remember Mr. Laszlo has won the Nobel Peace Literature. Sorry, Nobel Prize in Literature. So the Nobel Prize in Literature was awarded to Laszlo, making him the second laureate from which country? So he is from Hungary. So it means there one more person who has got the Nobel Prize in Literature previously. So let's see who has won. So right now for 2025, it is Mr. Laszlo. Okay. And for his compelling and visionary over that in the midst of apocalyptic terror reaffirms the power of art. Okay. For this, he has got the award, है ना? And he has become the second Hungarian author. The first is Mr. Imre Kertész. He got in 2002. And some of the other works of Mr. Laszlo is Santango and Melancholy of Resistance. Got it? So remember these names. So he's from Hungary. Next is Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Okay, so SRO, please remember this. Susumu Richard Omar, right? For what they have got this award? For what thing? They have got this for MOF. MOF means what? Metal Organic Framework. What is Metal Organic Framework? It is a crystalline material, right, which is built from metal ion. That's why Metal Organic Framework, right? And its entire structure is just like a sponge, but it is extremely porous. Only 1 gram of MOF can have a surface area equivalent to a football field, the size of a football field. It means it can store a big amount of gases of any other thing. So why this is important? Because now this can be used for gas storage. It can be used for carbon capture from the atmosphere to reduce pollution. It can be used for drug delivery also, and for environmental purification. So that for this metal organic framework, they have got the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Okay. So it is for metal organic framework, the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. To whom? Mr. SRO. Okay. SRO MOF. Please remember this thing for chemistry. Now, so it is the same thing is written here, and we have already covered this thing. Chalo. Now for physics, John Michael John, JMJ. For what? For two things they have got the physics, Nobel physics. One is quantum tunneling, and second is energy quantization. Okay, we are not going to go in much detail about these things. Okay, because quantum tunneling is basically that the particles can, rather than flowing in a circuit, they can jump the circuit also, or they can jump the barriers. We are not going to go in deep, right? Just remember the name JMJ, quantum tunneling and energy quantization, right? So macroscopic quantum tunneling. Okay, you can read the description from here also, but not at all required to go much deeper, but have some basic understanding. So for this, I have created one table. All the category of Nobel Prize like physics, chemistry, literature, peace, economic sciences, medicine is also there. It is given to MFS, Mary, Fred and Shimon. Why? For discovering the peripheral human immune tolerance. Now understand what this thing is. See, we know that our body has immunity or the immune system which protect our body from the outside materials or bacteria or viruses. But how this immunity know that they cannot attack their own body? How does they know? There must be some mechanism which stop this immunity to attack its own body. So what is that mechanism? That is known as regulatory T cells. Regulatory T cells, or in short, that they are known as TREGs. These are the peacekeepers, which says that immunity don't attack your own body, attack the outside. Okay, calm down. This is your own body. There is no real danger, right? So please remember this thing, right? So peripheral immune tolerance or the T-Rex for the discovery of this thing. These people have got the Nobel in medicine. Okay, right? And news, right? So guys, rest you can. I would be uploading this PDF in my Telegram channel. GA by Yash Sir. I'm writing it here. है ना? There are few more news. Let me quickly glance through it. है ना? So there are certain appointments. RBI appointed Sanjay Kumar Hansda as the new ED. Okay, and which department he would be going to lead? So he would be leading the Department of Economic and Policy Research. Mr. Sanjay Kumar as the Executive Director of the Department of Economic Policy. The same thing is written here. Just remember that much. Okay. Second is Sanju Samson appointed as the EPL ambassador. EPL is what? English Premier League, right? So Sanju Samson, EPL. Got it? Chalo, please read it. If you want to read it, you can read it from here. Next is reports and indices. One very important report was there. WHO report. India, Bangladesh, Nepal on track to achieve 30% tobacco use reduction by year end. Okay. So guys, one or two more news are there after this particular news. You can read it from the PDF. है ना? And because these are very simple thing, nothing there to explain much. Got it? And guys, if you have any doubt, do let me know in the comment box. I would be happy to answer those things. Right. So the first news is we'll be starting with the national news. Union Minister Sarbanand Sonowal launched 8 maritime projects to commemorate the Golden Jubilee of NMPA, New Mangalore Port Authority. Now, guys, in the previous session, if you remember, we have also done one important news regarding 66,000 crore worth of MOU were signed for maritime sector improvement in Bhavnagar, Gujarat. Okay. See, the focus of India is now the entire coastline of India. Okay. So please remember this thing. And in order to create a better maritime sector, be it from the international trade point of view, be it from the security point of view, a lot of work is going on. And everything basically relates with the government of India Sagar Mala initiative also, which includes port-led development, right? So during the Golden Jubilee curtain raiser ceremony of New Mangalore Port in October 25, how many new development projects were launched by the Union Minister? Okay, so let's see the news, then we'll see the answer in detail. Right. So again, the objective of this entire event was to improve port infrastructure, logistic efficiency, and sustainability. It directly relates with the Sagar Mala initiative. Okay. Now you should be. This is the static part which you should prepare about the Sagar Mala scheme. Got it? So around for this, they have started in this particular event. They have done multiple things. You don't have to remember each and everything because that is not required for your exam point of view. But what is important is the Sagar Mala initiative. Please read about this thing, right? This is, see, again, Sagar Mala, Bharat Mala. These are what infrastructure based scheme, right? Sagar Mala is about what port led development. Please remember this thing, port led development, and it was started in the year 2015. Got it? So please remember, and the purpose is what? To improve the export import scenario in India, to make it more efficient, to reduce the turnaround time for the ships. All right. So port modernization, port connectivity, port link industrializations, everything, coastal community development, everything is there under the Sagarmala initiative. Okay. Chalo. Now, do you have to remember these initiatives? No, not at all. Okay. But yes, 50 years of New Mangalore Port Authority service have been completed. On this event, they have launched multiple projects. Okay. So in total, they have launched 8 projects. Got it? So correct answer is here 8. But now again, guys, one important thing here is this news or current affairs is not so important. The more important thing here is the Sagarmala initiative. Okay. One student was asking me, sir, in the previous exams, they are asking about some of the old schemes. They are asking about those schemes. The reason is because the current related news is there. Okay. Once you prepare this now, the static part, this current affairs or the current news will become very easy for you to understand why they are doing so much thing in the maritime sector. All right. Chalo. Now, the actual current affair news. Pradhan Mantri Modi launches Pradhan Dhanya Dhan Krishi Yojana and Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. Now, if you have read about the union budget, if you have seen the union budget, there was a mention of this Prime Minister Dhanya Dhan Krishi Yojana. Okay. So, what are the two major agriculture schemes launched under the special Krishi program by PM Modi? So, it is again the Prime Minister Dhanya Dhan Krishi Yojana and with the mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. Now, you would be surprised to know that India is one of the biggest producer of pulses, even after that we are importing it, right? So, do you think why we are doing that? If we are producing so much, how we cannot be self-sufficient? Why we are importing that? Because the best variety of pulses are they are mostly exported. Okay, please remember this thing. Chalo. So let's see the news in detail. So first of all, the first scheme is Prime Minister Dhanya Dhanya Krishi Yojana. So that and the second scheme is Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. These are the two schemes which you have to remember. Now the combined outlay of these schemes are 35,440 crore rupees. All right. And if we talk about individually, so first understand what is this Prime Minister Dhanya Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Okay. So basically, the purpose of PM Dhanya Dhanya Krishi Yojana is basically to develop 100 agricultural districts. Okay, and how they are going to select those 100 agricultural districts? By identifying those districts where agricultural production is low, there is moderate crop intensity, and there is low credit penetration. Based on these, they are going to select those 100 districts. And what they are going to do? They are going to converge all those central sector schemes into those districts, just like the aspirational district program, where the government has selected 112 aspirational districts where the socio-economic indicators are poor. On the similar line, they are going to select 100 agricultural districts. Please remember the number 100. Okay, and for this, the budget allocation is 24,000 crores. So combined is 35,000 for both the scheme, individual 24,000 crore for the Dhanya Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Okay, is it clear? Chalo. Now next is what? Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. So out of this 35,000 crore, 24,000 is for Dhanya Dhan and remaining 11,000 crore is for Prime Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. Okay, and this scheme is basically a 6-year scheme from 25, 26 to 2030, 31. All right. Again, the purpose is what? To become self-sufficient in pulses. Right. So remember this thing. And what are the special important pulses we are using? Tur, Arhar, all right, pigeon pea. We have Urad, right, Masoor. Okay. Now these kind of things, they are also asking in the RBI exams nowadays. What are the important Kharif crops, Rabi crops, agriculture related things? So it can be asked in your bank related exam also, right? And there is a production target also. Please remember for Atmanirbharta in pulses, there is a production target of 350 lakhs ton by 2030, 31. They want to, this is the target for the Atmanirbharta in pulses. Please remember these numbers. Okay. Is it clear? Yes, no? So, how I'm going to make the short note for this? Now, you have to remember like this, there are two schemes. Okay. One is the Prime Minister Dhanya Dhanya Krishi Yojana. 100 agricultural districts will be selected. Okay. And an outlay of 24,000 crore rupees. Right. The second one is Mission for Atmanirbharta in pulses. Okay, here the target is 350 lakh ton by 2030. The tenure is again the tenure for both the schemes are same, 2025 to 2031. 6-year scheme is there, and self sufficiency in pulses. In pulses. These are my short notes for this particular news. Okay, in this way, try to make your short notes. The correct answer is PM Dhanya Dhanya Krishi Yojana and Atmanirbharta in pulses. Got it? Very good. Chalo. Next is AR Rahman collaborate with Google Cloud to develop AI powered music avatars. right? Again, a very factual news, and now everything is getting AI. So they are creating their own band in the AI mode. So which Indian composer collaborated with Google Cloud to create AI-powered meta-human digital avatar band known as Secret Mountain? So it is Mr. A.R. Rahman, right? So what has happened? So basically, world first AI-powered meta-human digital avatar. Who is going to create? A.R. Rahman along with Google Cloud, right? First keyword, second keyword, third keyword. What would be the name of the band? Secret Mountain. And in this, they are going to merge AI, music, storytelling, right? Everything for a better digital performance, right? So please remember this thing. And see, a very important tool is VO3. Please remember, this is a Google tool which is used for real-time video generation, and it creates so authentic video. Na, just try it. VO3. This is extremely good. If someone has tried it, please let me know in the comment box. VO3 of Google. All right. So please remember the keywords again. First, AI band, collaboration of Mr. A.R. Rahman plus Google Cloud. Okay, what is the name? Name is Secret Mountain. Okay, they're using multiple. You mentioned, please mention about VO3 integration, right? And the purpose is what? Digital storytelling or digital entertainment. Like this, you can create your short notes. Chal, A.R. Rahman is the correct answer. Next, international news. Let's see. India elected co-chair of United Nations GGIM Asia Pacific Committee. What is this GGIM, UN GGIM? So it is basically UN Committee of Expert on Global Geospatial Information System. Information System. Got it? And this group was formed in the year 2011. And who found it? United Nations Economic and Social Council, UN ECOSOC. Now, what is the purpose of this GGIM? Why they have formed this group? So basically, to promote the use of geospatial information. How we get the geospatial information? Through maps, through satellite data. Okay, and to use that information to support sustainable development. To use this information to reduce disaster reduction. Use this information for climate resilience and good governance. That is the main purpose. Okay. So please remember this thing. And for the Asia Pacific, the meeting was there. India was elected as the co-chair. Okay. So please remember this thing, right? And the secretariat of this Asia Pacific group is where? It is in China. Okay. Taiwan, actually, not China, Taiwan. For Asia Pacific, the headquarter or the secretariat is China. Clear? Chalo. So, who has been elected as the co-chair of United Nations Global Geospatial Information Management for Asia and Pacific for the term 2025 to 2028? So, very important, he is the Surveyor General of India. Please remember. So, Mr. Hitesh Kumar Makwana, he is an IAS officer and he is the Surveyor General of India. Okay. He has been elected as the co-chair. Co-chair means there is one more chairperson. So for the GGIM Asia Pacific region. And who is the second one? Mr. Wusuk Cho from Republic of Korea. Alright. Please remember this thing. And they basically this election shows that India is becoming a global leader in geospatial information system in the Asia Pacific region. Got it? So please remember this thing. And there are total 5 GGIM regional committees. One of them is the Asia Pacific. Like them, similarly, they have of Europe and other regions also. Right? So what has happened? India elected for United Nations GGIM APEC Asia Pacific chair. You can mention about Hite HK Makwana. He is the Surveyor General. Okay, and bracket you can mention about Republic of Korea also as the second chair. Got it? So this is your short note for this particular news. Yeah, chal. I hope it is clear, guys. Yes, no in the comment box. Those who are watching. So Hitesh Kumar Makar, please, he is the Surveyor General of India. All right. Clear? Yes, no. Chalo. Next is overview of the IUCN World Conservation Congress 2025 held in Abu Dhabi and UAE. So what is the event? The event is the IUCN World Conservation Congress. Now what is IUCN? IUCN is basically International Union for Conservation of Nature. Okay, and it was founded in the year 1948 in France. But its headquarters is where? Its headquarters is Gland, Switzerland. Okay, Gland, Switzerland. Right? So please remember, and it is a global authority which basically works and shows the status of the natural world and measure how to safeguard it. Right? So there are more than 400, 1400 plus member organization, NGOs, more than 15,000 scientists have joined this IUCN. Okay, you can say it is an international NGO, right? So please remember this thing. And IUCN releases a very important, the Red Data Book. Okay, Red Data Book. I believe you all have heard that this species is an endangered species. This species is an endangered species. This species is a critically endangered. This species has been extinct. So this categorization is done given in the Red Data Book, which has a compilation of all the species. Okay, and this is done by this is released by IUCN only. All right. So please remember this thing. And India is a member country of IUCN also. Please remember. So where was the IUCN World Conservation Congress held, and what was its theme? So we have seen it was Abu Dhabi, okay, and the theme was powering transformative conservation. Now let's see the news in detail, then we'll see. So what is the event? The event was IUCN Congress. Okay. What was the venue? Venue was Abu Dhabi. Theme was powering transformative conservation. You can remember through conservation also. This was the theme. All right. So please remember. And who is the president of IUCN? Mr. Razan Khalifa is the president of IUCN. Got it? So please remember this thing. And the next World Congress will be happening in 2027. And which country is going to host it? Panama, next host of IUCN. And during this event, IUCN released a very important report known as the World Heritage Report. Okay, and under this report, they have mentioned that 43% of the world's natural heritage sites they are facing threats from climate change. Right? Please remember this thing. And during this ceremony, Dr. Sonali Ghosh from Kaziranga National Park, she is the first Indian recipient of the IUCN WCPA award, or you can mention IUCN Conservation Award. So how many facts you have to remember here? Venue 1, theme 2, president of IUCN 3, okay, next host of IUCN 4, then the name of the report and the award. So total 6 facts you have to remember in this particular news. Okay, chalo. I hope it is clear. So correct answer is Abu Dhabi and the theme was powering transformative conservation. Got it? Chalo. Next is overview of the 78th WHO Regional Committee for Southeast Asia held in Colombo, Sri Lanka. See, what is this Regional Committee of WHO? See, Regional Committee is the highest decision making body of the World Health Organization. Okay. And in which area we are talking about? We are talking about the Southeast Asia. Alright. So it is one of the 6 WHO regional committees. Other are in Africa, they have their different, in Europe, in Eastern Mediterranean, Americas, and the Western Pacific. One of them is your Southeast Asia Regional Committee. Okay, and in Southeast Asia Regional Committee, there are total 11 members. Okay, so we have Bangladesh, Bhutan, Korea, India, Indonesia. You don't have to remember the entire name, just remember there are 11 members. Okay, now again, what is the purpose? So basically the purpose is of this meeting is policy making, program direction, advisory role, okay, monitoring and different things. Clear? Chalo. So where was the 78th session of the WHO Regional Committee for Southeast Asia held in October 2025? These are the options and we know it is Colombo, Sri Lanka. Alright. And the Director General of WHO, he also participated in that. And who is the Director General of WHO? Dr. Tedros Adhanom. Chalo. So what is the event? The event is the 78th WHO Regional Committee of Southeast Asia. This is the event. Venue is Colombo, Sri Lanka. Okay, it is the venue. And important participant was Dr. Tedros, the WHO DG. It is the important participant. Now, what was the theme? The theme of this entire meeting was what? Strengthening the primary health care. Okay, so during this meeting, during this event, they have launched the Colombo Declaration, which was focusing on the primary health sector strengthening. Okay, please remember this thing. And this Southeast Asian Regional Committee, it was established in the year 1948. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 things you have to remember for this particular news. Okay, so Colombo, Sri Lanka is the correct answer. Now, next news is India Panama established 20-member inter-parliamentary friendship group. Okay, now this is a one-star news. If you want to read it, you can read it. Otherwise, you can leave it also. The probability from this news, the question to come in your exam is very less. Okay, guys, those who are watching the session live, kindly like the session first. Okay. So what has actually happened that the Indian embassy, which is in Panama, okay, they have announced that a 20-member inter-parliamentary friendship group will be formed. Okay, and there will be a proper oath taking ceremony. Everything would be there. Okay, that's why this news is less important. So where was the India Panama inter-parliamentary friendship group established? So let's see the news in detail. Then we'll see the answer. So the purpose of this group is what? To mark a new chapter in bilateral relation between India and Panama. Okay. Have you heard of Panama Canal? What does it? It basically connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. Na? So please remember this thing. And they have created a 20-member inter-parliamentary committee. Got it? And Mr. Sumit Seth is the ambassador of India to Panama. Chalo. So the overall purpose of this group is what? To strengthen the cooperation in different sectors like healthcare, education, है ना? So that India can invest some money in Panama. They can provide some good support for the education and the healthcare sector. See, India is also known as what? That medical, you can say for medical tourism, India is very important. Okay, chalo. It held in Panama City, which is in Panama. Now, banking, finance, and economy related news, guys. LIC has launched Jan Suraksha 880 and Bima Lakshmi 881 plans. So those who are preparing for the insurance exam, please remember this thing. Those who are going to prepare, those who are preparing for LIC AAO, okay. This is also very important, guys. LIC related news, current affairs. So which of the following statement correctly describe the newly launched LIC plans Jan Suraksha and Bima Lakshmi? Okay. So let's see the news in detail, then we'll see the answer. So basically there are two plans. One is the Jan Suraksha plan and the second is the Bima Lakshmi plan. Okay. So basically the focus here is what? Financial inclusion and women centric coverage. So let's talk about Jan Suraksha plan. So it is non-par, non-linked individual saving plan for lower income group. Now what is non-par? Okay, no profit sharing. See, we have already covered all these things now in our insurance awareness classes. What is non-par? What is term plan? Okay. So in this Jan Suraksha plan, the sum assured is minimum 1 lakh and maximum 2 lakh rupees. Okay. And the age eligibility is 18 to 55 years. Got it? For Bima Lakshmi, it is exclusively for females. Please remember, it will have a life cover plus periodic fixed money back. Okay, it is a money back plan. Got it? And here the sum assured is minimum 2 lakh and there is no upper limit. Right? And again, the eligibility for this is 18 to 50 years. Got it? So the plan is for financial security, women empowerment, and the overall inclusive insurance. See, India has a target of insurance for all by the year 2047. Okay, so please remember this thing. The two plans, these are very important. All right. So Jan Suraksha target low income group, Bima Lakshmi is exclusively for females. Okay. So next is LXME launches India's first women UPI, Lakshmi Pay. Okay. Now this is a again a new launch from the UPI side. Okay. So which fintech platform launched Lakshmi Pay, India's first UPI service exclusively for women? So it is the LXME, or you can pronounce it as Lakshmi, right? So Lakshmi is basically India's leading financial platform for women, and they have launched a UPI service specifically designed for the women. So you can get digital gold reward just like in Paytm, na? For every transaction, you can win some gold also, right? So just remember the name Lakshmi and the Lakshmi Pay for women. Three things you have to remember. It is the first woman-focused UPI. Okay, Lakshmi Pay. Chalo. So B is the correct answer. Next, a very important news. India's gift cities climbs 3 places to 43rd in the GFCI rankings. Okay, and in this, New York has topped. So what is gift city? So gift is basically Gujarat International Financial Tech City. Okay, and it is located in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Now, what is the purpose of building this city? So basically, it is a special city built by government to act like India's own Singapore or Dubai for finance. Okay, we want big offices, big companies to come here. Now, why they have created this thing? Have you ever thought of that? Why Gift City was created? See, what happened was earlier many Indian companies used Singapore or Dubai for big international financial leads or deals. Okay, for all the financial deals, big financial, they you either go to Singapore or Dubai. Now, to stop this money going abroad, India created its own center. Okay, where bank can work in foreign currency, no need to convert in Indian rupees. In Gift City, banks can work in foreign currency, stock market can trade globally. Okay, that's why international financial city, right? So please remember this thing. So what are the things generally in the Gift City, Gujarat? So international banks like HSBC, Standard Chartered, then stock exchanges like India International Exchange, right? Insurance and reinsurance companies are there. Okay, so it is basically the purpose of this Gift City is to make India a global financial hub. You come here, you start your own firm, you create jobs, banking, finance, and IT sector. All right, chalo. So just remember, in short, it is a mini Singapore in Gujarat. All right, chalo. So according to Global Financial Center Index, what is the new rank of Gujarat International Financial Tech City? So we have reached to 43rd position from the earlier 46th. So Gift City is at 43rd position, and the topper is New York City, second is London, and third is Hong Kong. So please remember the ranking. The top three at least you should know, and the ranking of Gift City. Still, there is a long way. It is there a long way to come at number one. Now, why New York and USA were at number one? Because of institutions like World Bank, IMF. Okay, so what is this conversation happening in this class? It is not about studies, I believe. It is about something else. Guys, those who are having chats on this particular video, please leave. 43rd is the correct answer. Now again a very small and simple news. Flipkart and Pine Lab launches Flipkart Bharat Yatra card. Okay, so Bharat Yatra card is launched by Flipkart and Pine Labs. B is the correct answer. Now what is the purpose of this? So it is basically, it is just based on the National Common Mobility Card. Okay, you can use this card. Okay, it is a prepaid card and you can use this card in metros, buses and other public transport. Okay, so please remember this thing, right? So just remember the companies who have created this, Flipkart along with Pine Labs. Two things you have to remember. Chalo. Next is Gurugram gets India's first QR based kiosk to pay traffic fines. Now, yeah, this is a very practical thing they have done actually, because see, nowadays they are giving online challans to your car. Let's say if you're going from your car, okay, and your car is now standing over a zebra crossing, so you will get a fine. The message will come that 400 rupees challan has been uh, processed. The reason, they will show your car standing on a zebra crossing. Now you would say, sir, how I am going to pay the things? Because the government links are, they are not working. I have personally faced, I have faced one challan of 500 rupees. So I was facing a lot of problem. Their online link was not working. Then I have to go to the traffic office and I have to submit there. So it would be now a good thing. You just go, you scan your QR and then pay the money. So where was India's first QR code based kiosk for paying traffic fine was launched? So it is in Gurugram, okay, in the Ambience Mall. So just remember this thing, है ना? India's first QR-based kiosk for paying traffic fines was inaugurated in Gurugram. Okay, and it has been developed by Gurugram Police and Gurugram Metropolitan Development Authority. Got it? Rest you don't have to remember. Next, again, insurance related news. Universal Sompo General Insurance partnered with APGP to expand insurance service across Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so what is APGP? So this general insurance company is tying up with a bank. This term is known as what? This is known as bank assurance. Okay, please remember this thing. So Andhra Pradesh Grameen Bank. Okay, Andhra Pradesh Grameen Bank, they have collaborated. Again, cross selling, है ना? So please remember the name of the insurance company, name of the bank. All right, and what is the purpose here? To provide affordable insurance under the state insurance plan. Okay, and which sector they are targeting? The rural and the farming communities, basically the farmers and the agricultural laborers. Got it? So remember this much. Chalo. Next is NSO retail inflation eases to 99 month low at 1.54% in September 2025. Now this is a important news, because if you have understand, the monetary policy committee, they have a target to keep the inflation between 2% to 6%. Now it is below 2%. Is it worrisome? Let's see the news, then we'll see the detail. So according to NSO CPI data for September 25, what was India's retail inflation rate? So it was 1.54%. Okay. So there are different statistics which they have released. So NSO, first of all, understand it comes under Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and it releases the CPI data. So the for September month it was 1.54%. The food inflation was minus 2.28. Okay, so it is a fourth straight month of deflation. The prices of vegetables, fruits, oil, cereals, they are falling. Okay. Okay, now understand, see, whenever we talk, when we say that inflation in India, we are talking about the consumer price index. Okay, so it is a, what is consumer price index? So it is a number that shows how much prices of everyday goods like food, clothes are rising or falling. If CPI goes up, it means things are getting costlier. We are moving towards inflation. But if CPI goes down, it means things are getting cheaper. We are going into the phase of deflation. Okay, so please remember this thing. All right. And consumer price food index basically talks about the food items like vegetable, fruits, cereals, oils, pulses, है ना? So it is minus 2.28. Got it? Please remember. So what is inflation? The steady growth of prices of the goods and services. Deflation is about opposite. the prices are decreasing. All right. Chalo. So it is 1.54%. Please remember. NSO, very important. Next news is RBI cancelled the license of Satara-based Jijamati's Mahila Sahakari Bank. Okay. So just remember the name of the bank, Jijamati Sahakari Bank. All right. And what was the reason for cancellation of this? Sahakari Bank means cooperative bank. It is a urban cooperative bank. Why RBI has cancelled the license? Because it was having insufficient capital, poor financial position. Okay. Now what will happen to the money of the people who have deposited the money in this particular bank? See, for them there is DICGC, Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, which gives each depositor a cover of 5 lakh rupees per depositor per bank. Okay, so they don't have to worry about any loss of money, right? So correct answer is Jijamati Sahakari Bank. Chalo. Next award, one very award we missed in the last session was the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences. So it has been provided to Mr. Joel, Philip, and Peter, JPP. Okay. Now, why they have won this award and for what thing? See, Mr. Joel, he is Mr. Joel, he is Mr. Philip, and he is Mr. Peter. So, Mr. Joel, number one. Okay. He studied that why some societies keep inventing new things and growing richer. Okay. So, he found the answer that when people respect science, they have curiosity, and because of that, new ideas are born. And when the societies they are open to trying new technology, they progress faster. For example, the industrial revolution in Europe, a lot of things were invented. The steam engine by James Watt, the spinning machines, railways, because of which England developed so fast. Okay, so his work shows that culture and attitude are important as money and labor. Got it? Then Mr. Philip and Peter, what they worked was they worked on a thing known as creative destruction. What is this creative destruction? See, they explained that how economies grow through a cycle of innovation. Okay, creative destruction means what? New things replace old things. For example, earlier we were using Nokia phone, but someone came up with an idea that let's use iPhone or Android phone. So now we are not using Nokia, we are using something else. So mobile phones were destroyed by, before mobile phone, what were we using? We were using pagers. So pagers were destroyed by mobile phones. Mobile phones, normal mobile phones were destroyed by smartphones. Okay. Earlier we used to watch movie using CD or DVD. Now Netflix has destroyed the old thing. Electric cars are replacing the petrol cars or diesel car. Okay. So this process basically create new jobs in new sector, but it also kills the old industry. Okay. Nowadays many tech companies they are facing problem. If you are not keeping up with the time, if you are not using new technologies, you would be left out. Okay. So please remember for this work they have got the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences. So I have told you JPP, Joel, Philip and Peter for economic sciences. Right. So I have explained it all why they have won the prize. Right. So please remember this thing. So they have given the theory of sustained growth through creative destruction and technology and scientific progress of a society. Well, these two things you should remember. Is it clear what is the prize is all about? So GPP is the winner for economic sciences. Next is Maharashtra beaches received international blue flag certification. What is this blue flag certification? It is basically a label that your beach is ecologically balanced. It is the it is given only to the world's cleanest and safest beaches. Okay, and it is given by Foundation of Environmental Education, which is based out of Denmark. Right. So which state beaches received the blue flag certification for the first time? So let's see the news in detail. So the 5 beaches from Maharashtra have received. Okay. So please remember this thing. So Sri Vardhan and Nagaon, Parnaka, Gulhar and Ladgar. So Raigad district, Palghar district and Ratnagiri, these beaches have received the blue flag certification. It means these are the cleanest. Now India has total 18 blue flag certified beaches. Please keep this thing in mind. So Maharashtra is the correct answer. Next is Global Finance recognizes DBS Bank as Asia's safest bank for the 17th consecutive year. So which is the safest bank? DBS. Alright. So please remember this thing. Okay. So it is a bank based out of Singapore. So just remember the name DBS Bank from Singapore. It is the Asia's safest bank. Alright. Rest you don't have to remember anything. Achha, one thing you can remember is what? The best consumer bank by Global Finance magazine. It is given to SBI, the best consumer bank of the entire world. Next is RBI appoints Sonali Sen Gupta as the new ED. So just remember the name, it is appointment. Okay, the new ED of RBI. So Sonali Sen Gupta. So who is she is? Let's see. And she is going to succeed Shirish Chandra Murmu, because Shirish Chandra Murmu has been promoted to deputy governor level. Okay, so on his place, Sonali Sen has been uh, would be taking the charge. All right, chal. Rest you don't have to remember about her background and these things. This is not required for the exam. Next, reports and indices, guys, very important. 391 million hectare of world tropical forest are at high risk of loss. A UN report has mentioned. So, what is the report? So, it is the report of United Nations Environment Program. Okay. So, it is 391 million hectare are under threat. Okay. Please remember the report, high risk forest, and released by United Nations Environment Program. And how much area is under threat? 391 million hectare of tropical forest. Okay. Chalo. Next is one more report by Periodic Labor Force Survey for the September month. They have given the report that unemployment rate rises marginally to 5.2%. See, in India, unemployment rate is somewhere around 5% or 6%. Okay. So it is 5.2% for September month, right? So you can see here unemployment rate overall is 5.2%, labor force participation rate is 55.3%, and worker population ratio is 52.4%. This is the report by NSO. Okay. Now what is unemployment rate means? See, it means that out of all people who are ready and looking for a work, okay, how many are not able to find a job, right? So this is basically unemployed, a number of people unemployed divided by the entire labor force into 100. Now, what is labor force participation rate? It is basically that in the working age group is what? 15 years and above. Alright. How many of them are actually working or looking for work? Even if you are looking for work, you would be in the labor force. Now, third is the working population ratio. What is this? This is the actual number who are working. Okay. Out of the total working age population who are working and not only looking. Got it? So people remember this thing. So unemployment rate signifies how many people looking for jobs but they are not getting. Labor force participation rate, how many people are working plus looking. And worker population ratio means those who are actually working. Okay, please remember this thing. Next, Henley Passport Index, India slips 85th position, Singapore topped. So again, in Henley Passport ranking, what is India's rank? So 85th. All right. So India is 85th. All right. And in July, we were at 27th. Now we have slipped to 85th position. Who is the topper? First is Singapore, second is Japan and Korea. Third is, you can see, you don't have to remember this much of country, just remember the top two. Singapore, Japan, South Korea, and fifth is India. All right, sure. Now defense related, guys. Indian Army hosted UNTCC Chief Conclave in New Delhi. United Nations troops contributing countries. Okay. So what is the theme of this particular meeting? Let's see the news, then we'll see the answer. So United Nations troops contributing countries, okay, held in New Delhi. 32 nations have participated, and the theme was basically the way ahead for UN peacekeeping. Okay, consultation, cooperation, coordination, and capacity building. Right? Just remember this thing. All right. So the way ahead for UN peacekeeping operation. Next is India-Indonesia naval exercise Samudra Shakti, held in Vishakhapatnam. So what is the where was the fifth edition of Indonesia bilateral naval exercise held? The name Samudra Shakti, where does it happen? In Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So remember the name of the country, India and Indonesia. Name of the exercise, Samudra Shakti, and the venue, Vishakhapatnam. These are the three things which you have to remember. And from India, INS Kavarati participated. Next is Galaxy Space to launch world first multi-sensor Earth observation satellite Mission Drishti in 2026. So Mission Drishti is what? It is related with what? Galaxy Space. It is a company. Okay. So let's see the news in detail. Galaxy Space. Okay, they are going to launch Mission Drishti. What is Mission Drishti? RRBPO, no, not very deep, Varsha. Okay, you have to focus on the keywords, है ना? ये सब न्यूज में you don't have to go in deeper. You have to go deeper for the banking, finance, and the economy related, where they ask you about certain concept. But here you have to remember the facts. So it is what Mission Drishti is the world first multi-sensor Earth observation satellite. Okay, and it is 160 kg. Weight is this, and the resolution is 1.5 meter. Right. So please remember this thing. And this satellite is going to use this SAR. This is a synthetic aperture radar. Got it? So these are the three things you have to remember. Name is the name of the company, name of the mission. All right. Please remember this thing. Okay. So guys, this was the defense related news. One more news regarding defenses. DRDO's indigenous military combat parachute tested at 32,000 feet. So this is the indigenous developed, means made in India. So at what feet they have tested it? 32,000 feet. All right. So for what are the keywords I have to remember? The DRDO, the combat free fall jump. Okay. In this, they have tested the military combat parachute system at a height of 32,000 feet. Right. And who is the developer? So it is developed by ADRD Agra and DBL Bangalore. So now this is a one-star news. You can read it or you can leave it also. Right. Chalo. Now one very important news, 3-star news guys. ISRO plans crewed mission by 2040. Maiden human space flight launch in 2027. So basically they are talking about the Gaganyaan mission also. This is the first human space flight mission by India. So by which year does India aims to launch its first crewed mission? So 2040. Crewed mission means there will be people sitting in that. Right? So please remember this thing. India aims to launch its first crewed moon mission by 2040. All right. And the first human spaceflight mission, the name is Gaganyaan. Okay. They are going to launch it on in 2027. Now, 3 more crew mission they are planning. Okay. Further. Also, in this uncrewed mission, they are going to test a humanoid robot known as Vyoma Mitra. This is would be a half humanoid robot, right? And then please remember about the Shukrayaan mission, the Venus orbiter mission, and the Bharat Antariksh space station. These are the upcoming plans by ISRO. So please remember about this, the Bharat Antariksh space station. Right now, we don't have any space station. Okay. So India's first space station, it will be based upon the International Space Station, right? And we are going to launch also the Shukrayaan mission, the Venus orbiter mission. Got it? Just like the Mars orbiter mission, okay, we will be launching the Shukrayaan mission for Venus. Please remember this thing. Now let's talk about books and author. Malayalam poet Hari Narayan releases Shivam Shubham, the biography of a couple. So who authored the biography titled Shivam Shubham, the biography of a couple? So let's see the news in detail, then we'll see the answer. So it was written by Malayalam poet B.K. Hari Narayan. Okay, so please remember this thing. Just the name of the book, Shivam Shubham and the writer's name. Two things you have to remember. Next is India wins bid to host 2030 Commonwealth Game, and this was announced by the Home Minister Amit Shah ji. So, which city has been approved for Commonwealth Association to host the 2030 Commonwealth Game? So, it is New Delhi. Okay. So, please remember the 2030 Commonwealth Game is going to happen where? In Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Okay. See, not Delhi, Ahmedabad in Gujarat. Please correct that. It is not Delhi. It is Ahmedabad. Please correct this thing. Alright. So, Ahmedabad is the correct answer. Next is Khelo India University Games 2025 is going to be held in Rajasthan. So, what is the venue? The Khelo India University Game. Rajasthan is the correct answer. Just remember the name of the event, Khelo India University Game, and the venue. These two things are important. The winners we are going to talk about the some of the major events, not like this. These are some smaller events. The venue is enough for your exam, your upcoming RRB PO and RRB clerk. Next is Obituary. Oscar-winning actress Diane Keaton passed away. So she is Diane Keaton, okay, and she has won the Oscar award for Best Actress since 1978 for which film? So let's see the news, then we'll see the answer. So Diane Keaton, okay, and she has won the Oscar for the movie Annie Hall, okay, for the movie Annie Hall. She has won the 1978 Academy Awards, right? Please remember this. And she was also in this movie The Godfather. Okay. So guys, this was all about the weekly current affairs for the week 15 till 21st of October. I hope things were easy. I have made things simpler for you. 23rd till 31st of October 2025. Okay. So let's start the session, guys. Without wasting any time, let's quickly start it, and we have to cover a good number of news. So we'll be starting with the national news. First news is Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission, a blueprint for empowering rural communities. So basically, this scheme has mobilized people in crores out of poverty, right? So first of all, understand what is this Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission. Then we'll see going to see the scheme performance, right? So the purpose is what? The objective of this scheme is to mobilize rural poor household, especially focusing on the women into the self-help groups, right? They want to and how they're going to do it, how they're going to mobilize them. First of all, they're going to provide them diversified livelihood opportunities. They don't only focus on farm based activities or agriculture, they're also promoting them into non farm activities, self employment also, right? And how they're going to provide them these jobs? So first of all, understand the scheme was basically known as, in 2011 the scheme was it was launched as National Rural Livelihood Mission. In 2016, it was renamed to Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission. Okay, it is a centrally sponsored scheme. What is a centrally sponsored scheme? In which some part is given by the central government and some part of financial outlay is taken care by the state government. Okay, that is known as centrally sponsored scheme. And then there is central sector scheme. Sector schemes are what? Which is entirely funded by the union government. Okay. Now, what important thing is the financial outlay or the budgetary allocation, because this is a scheme. This scheme has also got the financial outlay of around 19,000 crore rupees for this particular financial year 25-26. Okay, so for this financial year, it has been allocated 19,000 crore rupees. Okay, now let's see the news. So, which state has facilitated the maximum bank loan for self-help groups under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana as of June 2025? Now, we are going to see the performance of this scheme. Okay, so is it Bihar, UP, Andhra Pradesh, or Maharashtra? Please try to answer it, guys, in the comment box if you know that. Otherwise, we'll see the news first, then we'll see the answer. So, as of now, this particular scheme has mobilized 10 crore rural women household into over 90 lakh self-help groups, right? this much amount of women have joined self-help groups. Okay, 10 crore women into 90 lakh self-help groups, right? And this has become the world largest poverty alleviation program because it is covering the entire India, right? Now, in this scheme, which are the top performing states? That is very important. So, Bihar, UP, and Andhra Pradesh are the leading state in self-help group numbers and women mobilization overall, right? But if we talk only about what the capitalization support or the money support, so UP and Bihar are at the number 1 and 2 position in terms of capital support. But if we talk about largest bank loans to self-help groups, it is Andhra Pradesh. So our answer becomes what? Question is, which state has facilitated maximum bank loan for self-help group? So it is Andhra Pradesh. Got it? So this paragraph becomes very, very important. Alright, so correct answer is Andhra Pradesh. Maximum loan disbursement for self-help groups under the NRLM program. Okay, chalo. Next is Kerala signs MOU with Education Ministry to join PM Shri School Scheme. What is this PM Shri School Scheme? So basically, again, it is a centrally sponsored scheme, right? And they want to upgrade existing 14,500 existing schools into what? Into exemplar or model school. Model school based on what? Model school based on infrastructure, based on pedagogy. Pedagogy means what? How you teach the students, how you teach the child, because every child is different, right? What is your approach of teaching? Okay. And third is the inclusive practices, how you are engaging them, right? And the total outlay for this particular scheme is 27,360 crore rupees over the next 5 years. Got it? So please remember, and the scheme was launched in the year 2022. So you can see here how I am connecting the static scheme also, and then we are covering the current aspect, right? Please remember this thing. So existing schools means your existing Kendriya Vidyalayas, your existing Navodaya Vidyalayas, every school are eligible to become a model school under this, right? Chalo. So which state, how much funding does Kerala plan to secure under the PM Shri scheme for school modernization, and why Kerala is joining it right now? The reason here is because right now in Kerala there is not the BJP government, है ना? That's why they are joining it quite late. So Kerala has joined the PM Shri school scheme, and under this they are trying to get secure around 1446 crore rupees, okay, for modernizing the government schools, right? So please remember this thing. I have already told you about the static part of this scheme, है ना? And this is the current aspect. Got it? Chalo. Next is, so 1446 crore rupees. Next is DPIIT, that is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. It has signed MOU with Kotak Mahindra Bank and Primus partners to strengthen India's startup ecosystem. Okay, basically there are two MOUs, है ना? So with which two entities did DPIIT signed MOUs to strengthen India's startup ecosystem? So it is the Kotak Mahindra Bank and partner Primus partner. Now what is the difference in both these MOUs? So DPIIT and Kotak Mahindra, Mahindra is a bank. Okay, so more of a financial support, right? Financial support and non-financial support like opening zero balance account, loans, providing loans, right? And then digital solution they can provide. Then with Primus, it is more of a capacity building and skill development. So capacity building, mentorship program, policy awareness, market access, more of the marketing part and skill development part would be provided by Primus. And the financial and non-financial account related support would be provided by Kotak Mahindra. Okay, and this DPIIT, this comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry, right? Now, what is the overall part? One with Kotak Mahindra Bank and second with Primus. Now, what is the objective? The objective is what? To build what? Again, inclusive growth, industry led innovation, and we can say for the overall startup promotion in India, right? So like this you can make your short notes. Is it clear, guys? Any doubt, anyone? Just let me know in the comment box if you have any particular problem, if you have any question. Correct answer is Kotak Mahindra and Primus Partners, right? Next is government launched 600 crore Kapas Kranti mission to promote high yield, long staple cotton cultivation. Now, let me tell you one basic story. See what happened was, let's say this is India. Just the rough map of India I'm drawing, just for your understanding purpose. See what happened is the majority of the cotton production is based in Maharashtra, parts of Maharashtra and parts of Telangana and some part of Gujarat. But in India, what happened was before partition, long staple cotton, which is high quality cotton, was mostly based in the Pakistan region. But after partition, the good quality cotton it went into Pakistan. Now in India, we have also long staple cotton, but the quantity is less. Okay. Now we want to promote what high yielding and long staple cotton cultivation. So for promoting this, government has launched 600 crore worth of Kapas Kranti mission. Okay. See, after partition, the many good things went to Pakistan also. For example, for West, it is cotton, and in the East, especially in Bangladesh, jute. Jute cultivation got divided, right? So, what is the primary aim of 600 rupees Kapas Kranti mission? So, basically to promote high yield and long staple cotton cultivation. Okay. So, please remember this thing. And which two states? Maharashtra and Telangana. Government of India, 600 crore Kapas Kranti mission for development of long staple cotton, in which two states? Target states are Maharashtra and Telangana. And for that also, for getting the best cotton procurement, they have also developed the Kapas Kisan app. Okay, so please remember this thing. It has been developed by Cotton Corporation of India for procurement of cotton at a proper MSP. Now, the MSP for cotton has, what is the MSP for cotton? The cotton MSP is 8,000 rupees per quintal. Now, I'm giving you one homework. Please tell me what is the MSP for wheat and rice, or you can mention paddy. This is your homework. You're going to tell me in the comment box, those students who are watching. Cotton MSP is 8,000 rupees, 8,110 rupees per quintal. Got it? Chalo. Next is Niti Aayog and DP World launches We Rise initiative to empower women entrepreneurs. Now, DP World, what it is? It is a UAE based company. Okay. So, what is the primary objective of We Rise initiative launched by Niti Aayog and DP World? Empower women-led MSMEs, provide microfinance to rural women, promote women in sports entrepreneurship, or offer scholarship for women in STEM. So let's see the news in detail and we'll see the answer. So Niti Aayog plus DP World, in bracket you can mention UAE. They have signed they have jointly started what? We Rise. What is We Rise? It is basically for promoting women entrepreneurship, right? Remember this one, that is more than sufficient. Rest you don't have to remember anything. Okay, this is the short note for this particular news. Using this you can solve the MCQs. Okay, chalo. Next is Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare revises the guideline for PDMC scheme to foster micro irrigation. Now see, there is one very important scheme known as the Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Under this there are four components. One is Accelerated Irrigation Benefit Program. Then there is, we have हर खेत को पानी, हर खेत को पानी. Third is per drop more crop. And last one is watershed management. Now this Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana, it is a convergence of basically 2 and 3 ministries. Total 3 ministries are there. Okay. For example, accelerated irrigation benefit and हर खेत को पानी, it is taken care by Ministry of Jal Shakti. Per drop more crop, it is taken by Ministry of Agriculture. And watershed management, it is taken care by Ministry of Rural Development. Okay. Now, under this per drop more crop, they're focusing on what? Drip irrigation plus sprinklers. So in the diagram you can see here, these are the sprinkler. Okay, right? So what they have done, they have revised certain guidelines here. Now this is the static portion. I have already told you. The scheme was launched in the year 2015. Okay, clear? And the components I have also told you. Please memorize it, by heart it. Okay. So what is the main purpose of revised PDMC scheme guidelines? So it basically to promote efficient water use and raise farmer income, right? Now what are the things they have basically revised? See, earlier what was there was basically funding for such project was capped at 20%. What part? What projects? Basically for sprinkler and drip irrigation. Let's say if you are spending 100 rupees, so out of this you can only spend 20 rupees over this drip irrigation and sprinklers. Now, and 40% was for northeastern and Himalayan states. Now they have removed this limits. Now you can increase more amount also. That is the major changes in the guidelines. So to provide more flexibility to states and union territories. Got it? So that is the main purpose. Okay, and the static part I have already told you about the Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Okay, chal. Is it clear, guys? Those who are watching, see, Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana is one of the most important scheme of the agriculture sector. Got it? Chalo. Acha, government has recently launched the Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana 2.0 back in December 2021. Okay, it will run till 2026, and for this they have allocated a fund of 93,000 crore rupees. Okay, so please remember this much. And the scheme's present achievement you should also remember, right? That for example, micro irrigation coverage is around 78 lakh hectare. 70 lakh hectare has been covered under the micro irrigation since the launch. Okay, and their target is 1 crore hectare under the Krishi Sinchai Yojana. They want to cover it. Clear? Chalo. Next is Coal India and IIT Madras signed MOU to build a center for sustainable energy. Okay. Now, what is the main objective of Center for Sustainable Energy established by Coal India Limited and IIT Madras? Acha, first of all, tell me, Coal India Limited, whether it is a Maharatna, Navratna, what status it has? Can anyone tell me? Coal India Limited, what is the PSU status? Those who are watching, guys, what is the status of Coal India Limited? So it is a Maharatna PSU. Okay. Please read about the Maharatna. How many Maharatna PSUs are there? How many Navratna PSUs are there? Okay. Chalo. So correct answer is basically develop low carbon technologies and support India's net zero. So Coal India Limited plus IIT Madras, they have signed a MOU to establish what? Center for Sustainable Energy. Where they are going to establish it? Only at IIT Madras, right? And what is the purpose or the objective? To create or to transition India to a low carbon and sustainable energy nation. Why? Because India has set a target to become net zero by the year 2070. That is the target. To fulfill this target, they have created a MOU. Okay, chalo. So CIL plus IIT Madras. Please remember this thing. Next is Ministry of Civil Aviation marks 9th Udan anniversary. Okay, what is Udan? Udan is basically Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. It is a regional connectivity scheme which was launched in the year 2016. Specifically, if I tell you, it is 21st October 2016 this scheme was launched. And under this scheme, the first connectivity or the first location which were connected was in 2017, that was Delhi and Shimla. Now, under this scheme, what was the objective? The objective was basically to enhance regional connectivity. For example, if I want to go to Delhi to Jaipur, earlier there was no flight, but now we have flight. Second thing is to make air travel more affordable. Earlier, the flight cost was back in 2010, 2015. Na, the flight cost was around 10,000, 20,000 rupees. But now, if the distance is less than 1 hour, na, there you get air ticket at subsidized rate. For example, if you go from Delhi to Lucknow, it is a less than 1 hour journey. So you get the tickets back in 2000, even in 1800 rupees sometime. Similarly, from Delhi to Jaipur. Okay, so that is the main purpose, right? Now you should be and how they are funding this thing. So there is a mechanism known as viability gap funding. Okay, where basically the government is providing financial support to the airline operations over selected routes, right, which are commercially viable. For example, if there are only 2 person who are going from, let's say, Bhopal to Raipur every month, then it is not commercially viable. Okay, at least 100 people should be traveling, right? Chalo. So when was the RC Sudan scheme launched? It was on 21st October 2016. Okay, so here the static part was more important. One fact you have to remember additionally is about Mr. Vipin Kumar, who is the chairperson of the Airport Authority of India. Right? Chal. Next is Chennai becomes first Indian city to implement a real-time flood forecasting system. Acha guys, do you know that generally in India we have the monsoon month from June to September, right? But during these months, na, Chennai don't have any kind of rainfall. Chennai have rainfall in the month of winters. November, December, na, Chennai is drenched with monsoon. Why it is there is no rainfall in between June to September in Chennai? Can anyone tell me? Because the reason here is, see, there are different branches of the southwest monsoon. One branch, na, basically there is no barriers here, and one arm of the southwest monsoon, na, it flows basically parallel to the Chennai coast. That's why there is no obstruction, therefore there is no rainfall during these months. But what happened during the retreating monsoon? The retreating monsoon, na, these winds basically pick moisture from Bay of Bengal, and these winds causes rainfall in Chennai during the winter season. Okay, chal. I hope it is clear. Yeah, retreating monsoon. The reason. Okay, chal. So, which city become India's first to fully implement a real-time flood forecasting and spatial decision support system? So it is Chennai. Okay, so here just we have to remember this much, right? Chennai, first city to have a real-time flood forecasting system, which was funded by World Bank. Okay, which was funded by World Bank. This is your short note for this particular news. Yes, very good, Kevin. Excellent. Next, India re-elected as vice chairperson of COP10 Bureau at UNESCO in Paris, France. What is the COP10 Bureau? So basically it is an international convention against. This is an international convention against doping. Against doping, or you can say misuse of drugs in sports, right? So this was basically started by UNESCO back in 2005. So recently India was re-elected as the vice chairperson. Okay, so please remember this thing. So during the COP10, which country was re-elected as the vice chairperson for the Asia Pacific group? So it is India. All right. First of all, where was this event happening? So event was happening in the UNESCO headquarter, which is in Paris, France, right? Who has been elected as the vice chairperson? India was elected as the vice chairperson of Asia Pacific group, right? So please remember this thing. And who was the president or the chairperson of the entire thing? It was Azerbaijan, right? So these three facts you have to remember. Rest you don't have to remember anything. Clear? Sure. India is the correct answer. Next is Government of India partners with Nigeria to establish first IIT campus in Nigeria. So new IIT Nigeria is going to take place. Okay, it is going to get constructed in Nigeria. Okay, so where is Nigeria? Abuja, Lagos, Suleja, or Kano. These are the cities in Nigeria. So let's see the news. So first IIT sent campus in Nigeria, where it is going to get constructed. It is going to get constructed in Suleja, which is in Niger State. Okay, so two things you have to remember. Okay, basically they are following the IIT Madras and Zanzibar. Zanzibar is basically in Tanzania, right? So on the similar model, IIT campus is opening in Nigeria, right? Please remember. Chalo. So Leisure Niger State is the correct answer. Next is India and UK launch Ramanujam Junior Research Program. Now, who is Ramanujam? Ramanujam was the great mathematician, okay, who basically collaborated with the UK mathematician Mr. G.H. Hardy, alright, and a very important movie is based on Ramanujan's life. The name of the movie is The Man Who Knew Infinity. Okay, please watch this movie. This is a very good movie and which is based on the Ramanujan's life. Okay. So what is the primary objective of Ramanujam Junior Research Program launched by India and UK? So basically the purpose is to support young scientists in theoretical physics and mathematics, right? So you can make your short notes like this: India plus UK, Ramanujan Fellowship. What is the purpose? The purpose is to support young Indian scientists in physics and maths. Where? In physics and in mathematics. This is your short note for this particular news. Got it? Chalo. Very good. Very good. Guys, if you have any doubt regarding any news, you can mention in the comment box. I would be happy to explain it. So next is banking, finance and economy related news. LI Aegis Federal Life partners with CSB Bank for new SME bank assurance. So CSB is what? It is a bank. Aegis is what? It is a insurance company. So they are coming together means this term is known as what? Bank assurance. Okay. So what is the main objective of Aegis Federal Life and CSB Bank Assurance Partnership? To offer life insurance solution to the small and medium enterprises and individual entrepreneurs, right? So just remember the name of the companies: Aegis Federal and CSB Bank, Bank Assurance, right? Three things you have to remember. That's it. Not else, not much required here. Okay. Chalo. Next is ADB and World Bank signed 3 billion EEA. What is EEA? Exposure Exchange Agreement. And why they have done this? To boost lending for developing nation, right? Now what is exposure means? First understand what is exposure means. Let's say when a development bank like ADB, it lends money to a country. Okay, let's say ADB lends money to Pakistan. Okay, now it means that it bears the risk that the country may not repay, because we know the condition of Pakistan, है ना? So they also know that if you are providing money to Pakistan, giving money to Pakistan, they might not repay, right? So if many loans are made to the same country, for example, if ADB has given more loans to the Pakistan, then the bank portfolio may become concentrated. For example, let's say ADB around 40% of its loan are given only to Pakistan. It means a lot of risk has been tied up only at one place. Now regulator and the bank itself will require more capital to cover that risk. Then what will happen? Then they are going to exchange their exposure, right? So in EEA, in EEA, what happened is two development banks, they agree to swap, they agree to exchange part of their exposure to different countries. For example, let's say ADB has large exposure in Pakistan. Okay. Then second bank, let's say the second bank is, let's say, World Bank, right? Then what they will do? They will agree that ADB take some exposure of India, and World Bank will take some exposure of Pakistan. Okay, so basically the actual loan it does not move, but the risk get distributed. That is the main purpose of exposure exchange agreement. Is it clear what is EEA? They're not diversifying or distributing the loans, but they are distributing the risk involved. Okay, is it clear, guys? Yes, no in the comment box. Those who are watching, at least I can get one yes or no, na? Those who are watching, guys. Very good, very good. Thank you, Kevin, for replying. है ना? चलो. So, what is the purpose of $3 billion exposure exchange agreement between ADB and World Bank? So, basically, what to increase ADB's lending capacity for developing nation. They can invest more money, right? So, you can mention ADB and World Bank. They have basically done, you can mention like this, a exposure exchange agreement worth of $3 billion, right? And the purpose is what? To increase ADB's lending capacity for developing members, right? Chal. Next is SEBI panel led by R.S. Gandhi proposes higher transaction fee for clearing corporation. Now, what is the purpose of clearing corporation? So, in financial market, clearing corporations are very important entities. Why? Because they are responsible for settling trade safely. Whatever share you are purchasing or selling, everything, okay, everything is settled by clearing corporations, right? They make sure that whenever you buy or sell shares, both money and shares are correctly exchanged. Now, in order to do this work, they also need money. They also need income. Okay. They also want to become financially strong and independent, right? So what they are doing earlier, what was the problem here? They were earlier getting only 5 to 6% of the total transaction fee. Let's say the share trading has been done worth of 1 crore rupees. So only 5 to 6% of 1 crore was provided to the clearing house. Now R.S. Gandhi led panel, Mr. R.S. Gandhi, okay, he has proposed that the clearing corporation must get 25% of transaction fee, okay, for settling this thing. That is the proposement, right? Chalo. Is it clear what is this particular news means? Higher transaction fee for clearing corporation. So first of all, you should understand what is clearing corporation, what are its function, what is the present scenario, how much percentage they are getting. Now, what are the proposed amendment? In a sequential way, na, whenever you learn things, na, then you get to understand the concept. Otherwise, just reading it, remembering random stuff, na, it is not going to help you. Have a very clear picture, have a very clear understanding about the working of these things. See, SEBI is the top. It is managing the entire financial market, the capital market. Capital market, one very important part is the SEBI, which is regulating all the stock exchange of India. The part of stock exchanges, one of the body or one of the entity of a stock exchange is the clearing corporations. Okay, so like this, when you read in a sequential way, you get to understand things in a better clarity. So, what is the primary objective of SEBI's proposal to increase transaction charges? To strengthen the financial independence of the clearing corporation. Got it? Chalo. So earlier it was 5 to 6%. Now they have proposed 25%. Who has proposed? The panel headed by R.S. Gandhi. Okay. So remember this thing. Chalo. Next is Ola Electric launches its first residential BESS Ola Shakti. What is BESS? BESS means battery energy storage system, right? So since Ola has introduced all the e-bikes and e-scooters, so if you have e-scooter, you need some charging mechanism, na? So they are providing these boxes. battery energy storage system, and they have mentioned, they have given this boxes the name Ola Shakti. So what it is entry into the residential battery energy storage system market. Okay, so please remember this thing. Ola Electric has launched Ola Shakti, which is a BESS. BESS means battery energy and storage system. Got it? So please remember this thing, and it is using this lithium ion battery, right? And they're calling this at Bharat Cell, right? Yeah. Next is award related news. Dr. Ashok Kumar, he is the Nilgiri scientist, and he has been named among top 2% scientists for the third consecutive year. So which Indian scientist from Nilgiris, Tamil Nadu was featured in world top 2% scientist list? So it is Mr. Ashok Kumar Veeramuthu. Okay, so just remember the name of the person and the award which or the recognition he has got. No need to read about his work, not required for your exam point of view. If you want, you can read it, but it is not required. They are not going to ask questions from here. Next is Global Fintech Awards 2025. Okay, so let's see what all the awards were given in the Global Fintech Fest. First of all, understand where this fest happened, in Mumbai. So which fintech startup was named Fintech Startup of the Year at Global Financial Award 2025? Paytm, UB, Razorpay or PhonePe. So let's see the news. Okay, so the key winners are the Fintech Special Fintech Achievement category. Startup of the Year, Fintech Startup of the Year was UB. Okay, the Fintech Person of the Year from female is Upasna Taku. She is the founder of MobiKwik. And the Fintech Person of the Year male is Mr. Yashish Dahiya. He is the chairman of PB Fintech. So please remember these three names: the UB, Fintech Startup of the Year, Fintech Startup of the Person of the Year female is Upasna Taku from MobiKwik, and Yashish Dahiya, Fintech Person of the Year male from PB Fintech. Three things you have to remember. Okay, sure. Next is Indian origin historian Sunil Amrit wins British Academy Book Prize. Okay, so he is Mr. Sunil Amrit, and the Earth Burning, for this book he has won the British Academy Book Prize. Right? So correct answer is Sunil Amrit. Okay, the name of the book is The Burning Earth. So two things you have to remember: the author's name, the book name, and what award he has won, the 2025 British Book Prize. Got it? Rest no need to read. Chalo. Next is Neeraj Chopra honored with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army. So the Javelin Maestro, Mr. Neeraj Chopra, he is honored with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army. Okay, so just remember this thing. Neeraj Chopra has been given the honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army. Before him, you must have heard of MS Dhoni. He has also been given the honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel, and Sachin Tendulkar, he was given the group captain status in the Indian Air Force, right? Please remember this much. Chalo. And Mr. Chopra has won Khel Ratna in 2021, Padma Shri in 2022, right? Vishishta Seva Medal and Seva Medal in 2022. Okay, chal. Next is Shanta Rangaswamy elected as first woman president of Indian Cricket Council. Okay, so Indian Cricketers Association. First woman president is Shanta Rangaswamy. All right. Just remember the name of the person, Shanta Rangaswamy, president of ICA, and she is the first woman to head the ICA. Okay, and she was also the first captain of India's women cricket team. Right? Remember the name of the lady, Shanta Rangaswamy. Next, reports and indices. We have already covered this thing in one of the previous session. 391 million hectares of world tropical forest are at high risk of loss as per the UN report. Which report? So United Nations Environment Program, they have released a report by the name High Risk Forest. So how much area under the forest is under threat of deforestation? 391 million hectare. Okay. So the organization is, or the agency who releases this report is UNEP. Title of the report is High Risk Forest. The total area which is under threat is 391 million hectares. Okay. Sure. Next, very important report, guys. Very important report. The Global Forest Resource Assessment 2025. Okay. So this report is released by Food and Agricultural Organization. Name of the report is Global Forest Resource Assessment. So what is the India's global rank in forest cover area? Okay, so basically this ranking, this report ranks the country based upon their forest cover. So India is ranked ninth. So who is the topper? So Russia has the highest area under forest. It is the number one. Second is Brazil, and third is Canada. Right? So please remember this thing. India was ranked ninth. Now, can anyone tell me what is the total area under forest? Percentage of total area under forest of India. Can anyone tell me in the comment box? What is the total area under forest percentage? Total area under forest in of India. So it is, if you don't know, let me tell you, it is 21.7%. We have covered this report also. Okay. Chalo. Next is Indian Air Force participated in multinational exercise Ocean Sky in Spain. So defense related exercise, guys. Remember the name of the exercise, Ocean Sky. Venue is very important. Venue was what? Spain. Okay. So Indian Air Force participated in the Operation Ocean Sky. What was the venue? Spain. And which fighter pilot or fighter jet has participated? The Sukhoi 30. Alright. Rest no need to remember. Chalo. Next, Maharashtra Governor Acharya Devrat released the book Modi Mission by Burgess Desai. So, who is the author of the book Modi's Mission? Correct answer is Burgess Desai. So, for books and author, remember the name of the book Modi's Mission, and the author is Burgess Desai. Right? Basically, this book talk about Narendra Modi's journey from Gujarat to becoming the Prime Minister of India. Next is Defense Minister Rajnath Singh released Lieutenant General Raj Shukla's book on civil military fusion. So, who has written this book? Civil Military Fusion. Correct answer is Lieutenant General Raj Shukla, retired. Author's name, book name, two things you have to remember. Next, sports related news. India wins the bid to host the 2030 Commonwealth Games. This was informed by the Home Minister Amit Shah. See, India has hosted previously the Commonwealth Game in 2010. What was the venue? Delhi. Right? I also volunteered in this 2010. I was in first year of my college. Yes. At that time, I volunteered in this Commonwealth Games. And this entire Commonwealth, it basically engulfed into a lot of controversies and corruption. So now 2030, which city is going to host the Commonwealth Game? It would be Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Right? So 2030 Commonwealth Game, it is going to happen in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. The earlier one held in 2010 in Delhi. Right? Chalo. Achha, India is also trying to take to become the host of the 2036 Olympic Games, which is going to happen in Ahmedabad. Now, guys, one homework for you is the next Olympic Games is going to be hosted by which country or countries, I would say. Okay, please try to answer it in the comment box. The next Olympic Games, where it is going to happen. Chalo. Next is Morocco scripted history with 2-0 wins against Argentina in the FIFA Under-20 World Cup final. Okay. So which national team won the FIFA Under-20 World Cup held in Chile? So it is Morocco. So this whatever the event. Event was FIFA Under-20 World Cup 2025. Where it was happening? The venue was Chile. Which country has won? Morocco. Okay. Three things you have to remember. Next is Indian Olympic gold medalist Abhinav Bindra has been appointed as the torchbearer for the Winter Olympics 2026, which is going to happen in Milan and Cortina, two places. So, who is the torchbearer? Mr. Abhinav Bindra. He is the first. Bindra won India's first individual Olympic gold. When? In the 2008 Beijing Olympics in the 10-meter air pistol, right? Air rifle. And the 2026 Winter Olympic is going to happen where? In Milan and Cortina, which are the cities basically in Italy. Please remember this thing, very important news. Okay, chalo. Next, obituary, very important news, guys. Mr. Piyush Pandey, he was the legendary Indian advertiser. He recently passed away. Okay, so he was known as the voice of Indian advertising, right? So name was Piyush Pandey. Please keep this thing in mind. And his work include, just see the work. Ab ki baar Modi Sarkar. This line, this tagline was given by him, right? Mile sur mera tumhara public campaign was created by Mr. Piyush Pandey. Anti-smoking initiative, everything. The brain behind all these advertisement was Mr. Piyush Pandey. Okay, so legendary Indian advertiser. Please remember this name. And for this, for his work, he was awarded the Padma Shri also. Okay, chalo. Next, one very important person, Padma Bhushan awardee, and also the space scientist Eknath Vasant Chitnis. He also passed away, and he was the guide of our ex-president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Right? So, Mr. Eknath Vasant Chitnis was the Indian space scientist who established INCOSPAR. See, before ISRO, our agency was known as INCOSPAR. Okay, and he also mentored our ex-president and the famous scientist Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay, this person passed away at the age of 100 years. So please remember the name Dr. Eknath Vasant Chitnis. He was a space scientist. You can see his contribution. Established the INCOSPAR, right? He selected Thumba as the rocket launch site. Okay, and he also guided APJ Abdul Kalam. Because of his work, he was awarded the Padma Bhushan in the year 1985. This person has also passed away. Please remember the name. Okay, is it clear, guys? Yes, no? Chalo. So guys, this was all about the weekly current affairs. Okay, all the important things I have covered in this particular week. I hope you all have enjoyed the session.